session that you guys have been inside the Temple of the Ivory Labyrinth. And I can't imagine that you guys aren't getting as sick of it as I am. But I have to play it straight. I have to play it like they would do it. It's a challenge. You guys walk through the front door of an enemy fortress.
I just feel bad about Mike not having his idol on. We got to rest here sometime soon.
It was like the first round.
Yeah, it was. It didn't take long.
Yeah.
Is that Dan I just saw sneaking through there?
Yep.
Okay. All right. Did he just leave?
Yeah, he's gone. You hear the car starting up.
Okay.
Yeah. What did you say, Dan?
I was talking about Dan leaving. He just went by.
He just walked by.
Starting up. He's driving away.
Try turning one drive off. Let's see.
You got connection issues?
Yeah.
Surprise, surprise, surprise.
Much as we've been gaming, it feels like forever since we've done A-Team.
It was the last time we played A-Team was March 15th. So it's only been 3 weeks.
A month.
Oh, wow, yeah.
This
Only
is
3 weeks.
3 weeks of my life. It's been crazy.
This is, yeah, everything seems a bit stretched out.
Yeah, it's true.
It's been an interesting beginning of the year. So interesting in the sort of the Chinese curse of may you live in interesting times. That kind of interesting. So,
you guys been playing a lot of games with the boys and hanging out?
well, we've been staying in the house and we've been avoiding people just to and doing all the things you're supposed to do. So, but the boys, both Matthias and Jonas are both now have back to school. So they're doing all kinds of online school. So they're getting up at normal times and going to classes and doing homework and stuff like that. Matthias especially is doing a bunch of stuff. So they're not spending a lot of time like gaming. In the evenings they are after they get done their schoolwork, but they've been going to school. So and homework as well. And they just ramped right up. And then Marla's got a giant list of projects for me to do. So I have to break away from my own arts and crafts projects.
At least for the moment.
At least for the moment. But yeah, no, I mean, we went for a walk and and I've been working on, I did a lot of, I redid my things, so I have 3 screens here, but I've been working on, getting my shit together so I can start getting a job. I need a job.
Oh, God, I forgot about that. Crap.
So I got to, so I've been reaching out, getting my resume all porked up and looking at the job boards, see what's out there. And
Now is the perfect time.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, they picked a great time to fire me. So
That's not necessarily true. I think in a lot of ways, I actually think a lot of companies are going to really take a close look at what the last 6 weeks meant for them and what positive changes they might make with regard to employees that work from home and how they reorganize their typical structure. I don't know.
I hope so. I hope it's not completely wasted in that, I mean, you see these just like horror stories of these CEOs who are like saying, you should share your stimulus check with the company and all this other stuff. And I'm just like, I'm like, are you nuts? I'm like
dreaming, buddy.
Like, have you guys never read about the French Revolution? You should read that book about Robespierre.
How will I pay for my yacht if you don't give us money?
Yeah, exactly. You guys really they every CEO should in the United States ought to be sent a copy of Robespierre and the Reign of Terror, just as a small insight into what happens, when the gulf between rich and poor becomes too great. the poor rise up and eat the rich.
God, I hope so.
It really can get very ugly. But it prompts a lot of like Renaissance and new inventions, like the guillotine, which was an invention of that period.
A humanitarian way of dealing with it. Yep.
Yeah. So there'll be there's always those technological improvements that come from revolutionary times. So we'll see what happens. I have a feeling that that American CEOs of large of Fortune 500 companies are in the unique position of not learning shit. So we'll see. Hey, there's Miguel. Michael.
Where?
Finally, you. Now
I've been here
this.
the whole time. I don't know what you guys are thinking.
This, I think, is the night where I finally get you trapped and can kill you. I think.
Oh wait, you've already killed me. Matter of fact, I think I'm the only one you've killed.
No, I mean you, Illendar, personally. I need to.
You have killed Illendar.
You have killed Illendar.
And Storm.
Remember, we still have to get a soul in a
Yes,
year.
you've killed Storm now,
right.
and you've killed Illendar. So you've killed both of my characters once.
Okay. All right. Hold on. Let me check that off and see who's next on the list then.
And just to be clear, Fletcher was killed once early on. True, but
Was Fletcher killed? How did Fletcher? I don't know. How did Fletcher come back?
he was knocked down to 0, and our amazing healer managed to get to him before he.
Oh, he wasn't killed.
He
though.
wasn't killed.
Yeah. Nah,
Yeah, he wasn't killed. He was just
He was just.
He was mostly dead.
out.
put to
Farina
sleep. for a
threatened
little bit.
Gato several times. Does that count?
Probably.
Yeah. Okay.
That counts. No. You've only been killed in her mind, I think.
In her dreams.
Several times.
I have never done anything to provoke your wrath.
That she knows about.
Well, yeah.
So Matt texted me. He says he's going to be about 10 minutes. So he should be popping in any time. Are we missing anybody else? Do I need to send out a thing? A search party? Just Matt. All right. So we'll give him another minute or two.
Just the paladin.
And then we'll begin. Just the paladin, yeah. Then we'll begin with our with the evening's violence. Just pay no attention to those rolls. Everything's fine.
Everything's just fine.
Everything's fine.
Hey guys, I just want to double check. We had said we were going to try one more kind of advance through this temple, and if we got bogged down in a second combat, that was definitely it, because we'd be.
They're like the 7th combat.
Yes. Is that still the case? Like, we should probably just finish up with these spellcasters and like.
It'd be great if Les would stop throwing enemies at us.
Dude, we could build a fort out of these dead bodies. I was thinking about it the other day. We could build something cool.
Yeah, we do have. Farina's got that spell, where she can cast and we can go hide somewhere in a corner.
We can hide right where we're standing.
Yeah, so it's always a possibility. Although this guy has probably got a pretty strong dispel magic. He might just pop us out of there. Who knows?
I think he would. Yeah, he'd know where we were. But maybe we go out out in the desert, do it, and then just come back in with.
That'd be fun, wouldn't it? You guys are like resting and copping some eats, and all of a sudden, badoink.
Have a dragon with.
This is not a multi-dimensional thing either, is it, Jennifer? What you have, that spell is. I think it's just, or does it create a pocket?
It creates not an multi-dimensional right there on.
It what's the name of that spell? I could never remember. I got like a mental block.
Hideaway.
Elven Hideaway.
Sylvan.
Sylvan.
Les, would that be? Did you hear me ask that?
No. What did you ask me?
Would her Sylvan Hideaway be invisible to scrying? Like, this guy's been scrying on Bardos since the beginning.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's got like
Well, it creates an extra dimensional underground space large enough to hold 2 creatures per caster level. It's sealed by a trap door that can be locked from within. So it's a physical place. There's a physical door in the prime material. The area is extra dimensional.
Yeah.
Could be
If it's like rope trick prevents scrying.
scrying.
Unless
Yeah,
the spell specifically says it goes across planes.
yeah. I think the same principle is. So I don't think you could scry into the Sylvan Hideaway. So that might be able to hide you, but the door exists in the prime material plane.
Right.
So somebody could, and I'm not saying scrying, somebody could detect magic and spot the door.
Or just
It's
stop the door.
Yeah. Well, no, it's camouflage. So it says it's sealed by a 5-foot square camouflage trapdoor that can be locked from within. It says it goes into.
Right. So it's hard to find, but it is there.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
perception DC to see the hidden trapdoor equals the spell save DC. So it's physical.
I don't know. I think I agree with what Dan said, though. We are beyond our last leg. So
I think you guys.
I'm not for engaging anybody else, especially typically the way these go is you get weakened by the little guys for the tough fight, which is the main guy. And I think most of, especially us casters, are pretty much out of gas. So we've got nothing left to give. If that end fight starts,
Yeah.
it's literally up to the melee guys in their current condition to finish it.
Fletcher will have no rage.
Because there will be probably very little buffs and probably very little healing coming their way.
I mean, I've got a couple spells, but nothing to take down a bad guy.
I don't know, Lothar. How's the healing?
Thin. Thin. I think I have.
As in paper. No.
Yeah, I think I probably have 2 spell levels that can still be converted to healing, but they're the lower ones.
Ouch.
And then I have a couple of higher spell levels open, but there is nothing that I can convert to healing for those. They are what they are.
What about burst?
Oh, burst! I still have 5 of.
Oh, okay. All right. I think you guys got some depth yet. I think you should carry on.
Well, of course you do.
Because I load up on extra channel every time I get a feat.
I think you still got I don't think the hard stuff's going to start coming down for a while yet.
You're smiling when you say that, Les. You probably should at least, turn off your camera when you do that.
Sorry. I don't think the hard stuff's going to start coming down for quite a while yet.
Yeah, put that in front. That makes us feel better. Oh, wait. No, it doesn't.
No, it doesn't. It's all a disguise.
And once you sleep, will you get your dragon?
Yeah,
Sweet. Gatto just got slapped again.
Stop saying that.
Once you sleep, though, will you get?
Oh, yeah.
There you go.
Once it's tomorrow, I can full storm back.
I'm kind of tempted to wait till we have Storm to go to the big guy.
So
Oh,
here,
yeah, definitely. So what do we got? Just these 2.
So right now, all right, let's just go into it. So right now, what you've got is you've got two adepts,
Casters.
2 casters down to the south. They are actually outside of the front door, and they're the ones that casted those stinking clouds in there. Now the wind wall is pushing those clouds back toward them.
Towards them.
But starting this round, those clouds will begin folding into the. Right now, they're pressed up against the wall, but the wind is blowing them through the door. So they're going to start going into this room here and back out towards the front door. Now, they can always dispel them before they get there.
Right. Which
but,
we'd be okay with.
Yeah, probably. But you know that there's 2 casters down there. There's another caster who's being held aloft by Farina's air elemental above the grease pit. And being pummeled by Ilandar's 2 earth elementals, but he's still got a fair amount of hit points left. Let me just take a look here. You know why? Because both of your elementals, I believe, missed him last time. So he's being held aloft over the pit and the stair, or over the grease and the stairs, and the elementals are trying to sort of pummel him and miss. They've missed him twice last time. So those are really the only guys that you see or know about. You killed the brains. kill the Templars. I mean, yeah, right now those are the only 3 opponents that you guys have in place.
Okay, are we starting?
Is Matt here?
No.
Nope, not yet.
But we can start without him. You guys don't need a paladin. He's trapped behind the stinking cloud anyway. So let's just go ahead and start. Just so you know, I have in my notes that Farina has +2 dex, courtesy of Lothar, or courtesy of Bardos last time, and Flashheart and Fletcher both have 4 more rounds remaining on their enlarges, but everything else has dissipated.
Oh, haste is
I
gone.
still-
Haste is gone, as far as I can tell. I do not have any notes indicating that you guys have haste.
Has my
I still-
negative level left?
No.
I still have fly, right?
Here's
Fly
Matt.
lasts minutes, yeah, so you should be okay there.
And
Spider,
Bark-
somebody's got, and Farina has spider climb too.
I had some
still-
kind of armor class edition plus that somebody put on me. How long does that last?
That may have been part of haste.
That's,
No, it was separate. It was before the haste.
is it because part of your, I don't have that. Do you
Did I cast mage armor maybe on you? No, you have
Yeah.
armor though, right? So
Somebody
has
put
armor
some
on.
kind of armor on me
I
early
think it's,
on.
well, no, I think it's because of enlarge, isn't it? Because you're enlarged.
No, enlarge hurts your armor class.
Yeah,
Right.
that hurts your dex.
Did somebody give him a shield? Like a shield of faith or a shield of something?
Not that I have in my notes.
I thought it was Ilindar for some reason. Maybe I'm nuts.
Illindar couldn't have been useful.
Yeah, there's no way I'm useful right now.
No,
what
this was
you thought I did?
that you touched me and put some kind of addition to my armor, like +3 natural armor, I think it was.
Oh, you know what?
Yeah, that sounds like something I do.
That was me actually.
Oh, okay,
I
sorry.
did an augment.
I did it through Bardos. You thought Bardos did it.
That last 4 rounds. I don't know how long ago I did it.
Oh, okay, no, it was
might
more
already
than
be
4 rounds
gone.
ago.
Yeah, I was
Yeah,
going to
so that's
say.
gone.
Farina has spider climb. Lothar, you have fly.
I've got
Haste-
bark.
Oops, what?
I've got bark skin too.
Did not have that on here.
Um,
You know when you cast that? Because bark skin doesn't last forever either.
Yeah, it
Nine-
lasts,
it's
it lasts
90
90
minutes.
minutes.
Is that Matt?
Yeah.
Doing all that reverb?
It's
Hey,
90
Les, I have divine favor and limited wish, right? Still, I still have those going.
Yeah, still got those. Limited wishes. Good. Yeah, whenever you want to cast that, just go ahead.
Yeah.
Matt,
the
can
lawful
you mute
good.
one of your speakers also?
Yeah, Matt, you're reverbing us like a crazy person.
Oh, I am.
You muted one of the mics. You didn't mute one of the speakers.
Okay. Is that better?
That's better.
I think that's
Sorry
better. Okay. Well, we're all
Rookie move. Rookie move.
Yeah.
Rookie
Rookie
move.
move. All right. So, do you have bark skin? Because I don't have that, but
I
all
did, I
right.
did it in the very beginning. It's a 90-minute dealio.
Oh, okay. Yeah, then it would probably not go there. Okay, so bark skin for you as well.
Can we take a nap up in here somewhere? What do we have left?
Well, there was a lot of discussion before you came on about precisely that. So,
We're trying to rest, and Les is saying, no, keep going. It'll be fine.
yeah.
All the party has left is harsh language.
It's
Hold
been-
on.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it.
I think everything's gonna be okay.
How can you not trust that face?
It's been more than 9 minutes, right, Les?
I'm sorry.
It's been more than 9 minutes, all of this fun, right?
Oh yeah, you guys have been in here most of a day.
Yeah.
Well,
Not
probably
really.
not. Not really. You guys have gone from
We've
fight
been
to
in
fight
here for
to fight.
minutes.
We've
Yeah.
been in here for, yeah.
It's yeah, but several.
But it's been like non-stop fight. This is like one of those scenes in a movie where even though you love an action movie, you're like, okay, can you get done with it? Because this is like too much all in a row.
If
This is like
a
Kill
Mark West
Bill.
movie-
Last episode of Game of Thrones.
This is like Kill Bill. No, this is
Yeah,
much
this
better
is
written
the-
than Game of Thrones.
This,
Um,
this is House of Blue Leaves, except it never ends.
Yeah.
What a great
All right,
scene that
so
is.
I mean, so you've got the one Blackfire adept, which is adept, which is being held about 8 feet in the air by an air elemental controlled by that belongs to Farina. He's being held above the grease spell, and Ilandar's 2 earth elementals are trying to punch it and missing. The other two Blackfire adepts that you guys know are there are the ones that cast those two stinking clouds in the room, and they're still down by the front door. You don't think they've moved, and they're behind that. They're behind that same sort of barricade down there. Now, Farina has cast Wind Wall and is pushing those clouds away, and they're going to begin moving into the other room this round. But they're still there right now. But those three mages are the only ones that you guys know about right now. Everything else you've killed. So yeah, I mean, you're not sure. Maybe this is the last of them. I mean, you haven't. I think something to consider is you haven't fought Vang yet. So Xanthir Vang's in there. Maybe he's got a bodyguard. Maybe he's laying traps for you. Frankly, I wouldn't put a potential ambush past this guy, considering the several ambushes he's already.
I was about to say.
So,
you mean another ambush?
Ambuscades seem to be his thing. So I mean, I certainly would have passed him to have a reserve fighting force somewhere in this building waiting for you guys somewhere. So I mean, ultimately what you guys do is up to you, but there's a couple of things. I mean, we were talking, I think, Matt, just before you logged on, we were talking about Farina's Sylvan Hideaway, which is like a rope trick for druidy types. But there's some fairly significant drawbacks to that, not the least of which is a visible door.
It's not visible.
It's camouflage, but it's detectable. It's a detectable door.
Could we do okay, so if we go back to Castle Dresden where we cast illusion on the closet and it hid behind the illusion from the teleporty guys, could we do a combo of the rope trick and an illusion to make it look like wherever we're going to put wherever the door has to be, that the illusion...
Well, the door comes with an illusion.
Okay.
Yeah, it's camouflage.
No, it's camouflage, not illusion.
Or
It's
camouflage.
camouflage. It's detectable. It's normally detectable by a perception check. Here's the tricky bit of that, though, is back when you guys were in Dresden, the people that you were fighting were vampires and vampire thralls, if I recall correctly. What they didn't have was pretty high-powered magic. The big bad evil guy here is Xanthir Vang, who, as everyone knows, is a high-powered magic user of some kind.
The definition of high-powered magic.
Yeah, he's high-powered. So if you guys, my worry is, and I'm worried for you, because my worry is that if you try to do an illusion again, he's gonna plop right through it, or just cast Dispel Magic on it, and suddenly there you guys are sitting there, sort of huddled together, eating dinner. Hoping that this illusion, protects you. I mean, against non-magic users, yeah, that could work again. It was a great idea then, and it's not a bad idea now. But you're talking about guys who have very different capabilities.
So okay, makes sense. So if we cast some sort of protection against evil, or a circle of good or something, if we have that ability still, that'll only temporarily keep somebody. They'll still be injured, but they can still come into the circle, right?
Well, yeah. So
they're not automatically repulsed.
They're not automatically repulsed. It does keep evil outsiders from physically touching you. But again, I don't know if you guys know if Xanthir's from here. Like was once a human. We don't know what he is now. I mean, he's made of maggots now, but
yeah,
Not necessarily
Didn't you
summoned.
say, or didn't Bartos say he was like a worm guy or something?
yeah. He's made of, at least what Bartos saw. It was like he was made of maggots. He was still in the shape of a person, had a face, eyes, that kind of stuff. But everything that you would see that was skin was like these crawling maggots.
Gross.
Somebody had taken a giant thing of maggots and put them together in a man-shaped thing, and they stuck there, and they made it kind of like do stuff.
Xanthir shaped?
Yeah, exactly. It's a Xanthir-shaped maggot pile.
I bet his girlfriend had issues with that.
True story. If you wear a Xanthir Vang mask outside the house during this time, you'll get social distancing.
Yeah, it's not pleasant. Bit of an aroma too.
Great.
Yeah, I don't have. I thought I had something I could help hide this thing with, but I don't. So
I mean, yeah. I can beseech the gods, but I don't think that really is.
If we did the Sylvan Hideaway, why don't we put the the door to it behind a bed or a dead body, or like, can't
80
we?
dead bodies.
Yeah, if you use a mundane way to just kind of hide it.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, they got such a mess here. If anybody comes to start cleaning up,
Do we have the ability to throw some stinking clouds and whatnot too to obfuscate it a little better? Buy some sleeping time.
I think that would actually draw attention to us. Have a stinking cloud hovering
Well,
above the door.
Well, hear me out. That we threw whatever we threw to make our exit from this cave. We're not here anymore. Sorry, guys, we're out, but we're secretly still here.
Oh, a diversion.
Like a pop smoke kind of, yeah.
I say we go outside because the front door is not too far away. We go outside and then we just put that door like around a corner, around a stone or something, and just do it there.
On a boulder, behind a boulder.
So it's.
Doesn't that give them time to reset the gates and all that nonsense? All
Yep.
over again?
I don't care.
Does indeed.
Are the gates made of wood?
No, but we were able to lift them. We could get back in. That's
Oh, those gates. I thought you meant I meant the barriers where like Farina and stuff is now on the map. Those are wood, right?
Those are wood, and they're like sort of portable barricades. I mean, they're designed specifically for this kind of thing.
Well, so what if we move those portable barricades towards the entrance and set them on fire, and then go hang out outside, do our thing? To say like that will draw their attention to the burning barricades and maybe keep them from going outside for a little while as they deal with that and reset their traps, whatever.
Well, so that's not a bad idea, but also remember that they have been going in and outside by some other door that you guys haven't found or haven't explored. You did find, and I believe it was Ilindar, you summoned an earth elemental that went under the ground near the edges of the canyon, and at one point it was killed. Like it died instantly. And it had reached some point. I marked that place. It's down here. I marked it with the dead guy. So you guys could find it again. So it was going under the cliffs, and under the cliffs right there, it died instantly.
Let me see what I have in my backpack here.
So when you guys are talking about rest, we're not talking about 5e long rest or anything like that. You're talking about for clerics. You're talking about. I'm pretty sure Lothar, you get your spells at dawn, right?
Yeah.
You're not talking about a couple hours. You're talking about probably close to 20 hours.
Yeah.
That you guys would have to be into this thing. So does a Sylvan Hideaway last for 20 hours?
Why 20? Wait, why 20 hours?
Because it's not late. It's still in the morning. I mean, it's like what Mike pointed out. You guys have gone from fight to fight to fight. You guys haven't wasted. I mean, it hasn't been hours since you arrived here.
So it was the one in the morning outside.
2 hours per level. So
18 hours.
18 hours. That'd probably be sufficient.
That'd be enough.
Yeah. Well, no, it would have to be noon. 18 hours after noon is 6 a.m. If we assume dawn is at 6 a.m.
Why don't we try and take out these?
How long did it take us to get here? We didn't get here first thing in the morning, did we?
Yeah, we traveled a little bit.
We traveled a little bit just to get here.
Oh, we had to fight the basilisks as well before this, and then came up.
Yeah, there was another whole scene we did.
Yeah, so it wasn't like
That's where we lost Storm.
first thing in the morning. But
Yeah,
we've only been
when we
inside
came out
the
of camp
compound for probably, I'd say, less than 10 minutes.
Really? It seems longer than that.
10 minutes is 100 rounds.
To kill them.
We've done a lot of combat, but
Minotaurs.
we have not done 100 rounds of combat.
Yeah, but I thought we dropped out of combat a few times. Like if we killed the Minotaurs, we're out of combat for a little while, right? Till we got to
Yeah,
the
it's
next round
true.
of battle.
So yeah, I mean, I would say probably a half an hour. But
yeah,
even so, even after that, it's probably. I mean, I would guess it's probably like 10:30 in the morning, maybe.
Hey, those dragon scales we got from Torrendaliv, does anybody have anything that might be applicable here? I still have the resist elements one, and I know Farina had one that.
Les, do you remember which
let her
ones
hover.
you have?
I did not write them down. Oh, well, maybe I did. I'd have to check. But
Okay, I'm pretty sure the one I got gives me limited wish.
No, I can look back. I'm pretty sure it doesn't. But if you want to try a limited wish, go ahead. I'm sure everything will turn out just fine.
I might have to go back a couple character sheets because my current one doesn't have it. But
There.
hang on.
Yeah, I'd have to.
Bartos has a wand of major image, and his Tarantula scale is alter self.
Alter self.
Okay.
Yeah, so that might be a good enough illusion that it might stop this guy, right? Because a major illusion is pretty high level wand, I believe.
So in my backpack, I have the Dungeoneering kit. I got lanterns, oil. I got grappling hook, pythons, which I guess we could spike a door with. I got caltrops. Why caltrops? I don't know. But I mean, we could make a whole combination of death traps to try to keep these beasts in, make it look like we were just trying to pin them in, and then go take a nap. I guess the other option is that those of us who don't really need spells, like this guy, stays awake and tries to keep the beasts at bay while the spellcaster gets some sleep. How many of us are like me, like Flashhead? I have spells which I haven't even used yet, but I'm mostly out of my lay on hands.
Yeah, that's the discussion you missed, is that our spellcasters are pretty much done.
Yeah, right. I was thinking how many non-spellcasters do we have. I was just trying to take into account.
Well, it's me and you.
Okay.
Oh, and Gatto.
No, Gatto's not in there.
Yeah. And just as an FYI, I am out of rage when this next combat ends. I'm going to be out of rage. I'll have.
Oh.
Why don't we try to take out these witches, these last magicians?
Yeah, we got to do that.
And then we'll decide. Let's see how we get through it.
Yeah, I
Okay.
guess it comes down to. Well, do you guys have like teleport or anything like that?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Sure we do.
No, we have a large eidolon that we can all travel on. Oh wait, no, we don't right now.
Well, so yeah, I mean, so
Actually, teleport is like a 6th level spell, so we need to be like 11th level before we get
okay.
I've
And Bart-
got Dimension Door, but not teleport.
Dimension Door only gives you hundreds of feet.
Right.
But if you guys, but I think to what Gordon was saying earlier, if you guys dimension door out of here hundreds of feet into the wasteland, and then set up a major image in a place. So I guess what if you guys so say you guys kill these witches and you decide to do a Sylvan hideaway right in the middle of the floor of the room that you guys happen to be in. You pop down and that kind of stuff. Eventually, whoever's left, we know Xanthir's still here. He probably still has some guys on his side. Eventually, they're going to come investigating, and they're going to start looking for you guys. And the likelihood is that they're going to find the door. Now, what they do then is up to them, but they have all the options, right? They will almost certainly find you guys. And then it becomes a question of what are they going to do to you, either while you're in the Sylvan Hideaway or the moment you come out of the Sylvan Hideaway. If you guys, I think what Gordon is saying is if you guys blast away, dimension door away into the wasteland, then set up a major image, then set up the Sylvan Hideaway, it's going to be much harder for them to detect. They may not even go out and start looking for you guys because the dimension door, there will only be the only thing they'll know is that you've dimension doored away. They won't know to where or how far or what you did after.
Right. Dimension Door and Teleport are the same as far as that's concerned.
I can only do 3 people with that, though. I can't do everybody. I'm still.
Oh, you're gonna have to leave some people then. You're gonna have to leave some people to die. I nominate Illendar.
Hey, you should move down your list.
He was gonna. I mean, he's only got a year left anyway. He was gonna go anyway.
That's true.
We might have gone back for his soul.
Hey, that's what we can do. While we're waiting for this to reset, we'll go down to the underworld for a few, like 6 months, and we'll come back, and we should be leveled up for that time and take on Xanthir again.
Yeah, I mean, you guys got to go to the Underdark. You can abandon Xanthir here. This job will be half done, and then you can come back.
No fear
And we'll come
recruiting more people as we're gone when we're gone.
Now,
Do it-
in your
let-
defense,
let's-
you've killed a massive amount of people.
Yeah.
Les, would Iomeday give me a dispensation to ride a drider on the way back out?
Oh, I'm
Those,
sure that could be arranged.
yeah.
You just have to make sure it's a neutral good drider.
Yeah.
Good luck with that.
The centaurs of the
And
underworld.
convincing her, hey, do you mind if I just jump on your back and you just carry me around? That'd be
Mhm.
great.
Yeah.
Mike, you can summon one, can't you?
Oh yeah, I am one. What are you talking about?
Yeah. He's just under an illusion right now.
That's like a drow thing, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Hey guys, I'm having some weirdness with my computer. I'm going to reboot, so I'll be back in a few minutes.
Okay.
Okay.
Me too. Right after we finish this. Right as we.
I'm still waiting for round 1.
I'm still waiting too. But it's good. I mean, it's good to think about these things because you're going to come to a point where you're going to have to make a decision and figure out what you guys want to do. I'm just telling if you guys plant a Sylvan hideaway right in the middle of this fortress,
Oh, yeah. No,
I'll find you. And then it's a matter of, do you want this big bad evil mage who probably outlevels you by a couple of levels, casting dispel magic on the door? Because if he can beat Farina's dispel magic check, then the Sylvan hideaway goes away, and you guys are suddenly materialized right in front of him.
And it's not dawn, so we haven't gotten our spells back.
Exactly.
That's why Xanthir Vang will never see the caltrops coming. He's going to be
That's a good
creeping
point.
forward. Step
He'll be like,
one,
ow, ow!
What is
I
this
only had
basic
7
stuff
hit
here?
points.
They
All
spiked the
right, all right.
door.
Let's
I
take
don't
care
have
of
a
these
door spike.
mages down south.
All right, let's do this. All right, so hey now. All right, there we go. All right, let's get on with it. I believe, if I recall correctly, yes, I do recall correctly, it's Lothar of the Ulfin people is first.
Where the witches are? These
Where
two.
is Lothar?
He's right.
He's up here.
Oh, there he is, and he is flying.
Yes.
He is above the ground. So, very curious to see what you're going to do here, Chuck.
I'm going to do a 5-foot fly step to here.
Okay.
Now, there used to be 2 of these people in here, and I tagged both of them with arrows.
Yes,
and
you
one
tag
of-
this guy with arrows too.
Right. And one of the things about the bow that you told me is that
Mhm.
I have an understanding of anybody who I've shot where they are now.
That's correct.
So
Ooh, homing device, huh?
I'm going to concentrate to see if any of the people that to see where the people that I've shot are.
Oh well, so the one you killed is still laying there.
Okay,
guy-
the dead one I got a line on. I'm talking about the one that moved away.
There was another one, wasn't there?
Yeah.
Hold on, I gotta find him. Hold on, where did he go? He's been bopping all over the place. So this is going to be a little interesting. So I am going to draw a green green, because green is the color of Erastal. I'm going to draw a green circle around where he is. Oop, that's not a circle. Hold on a second. That's a circle. And it's not green. I am just kind of stupid, aren't I? That's really what kept me from getting into the best schools. I'm just going to go with this because I got it here. All right, can you see that?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I'm trying. Where are the witches again?
All right, here. I'm gonna.
Just ping it for me.
Okay.
I see Gatto.
Okay, so he's gone way over here.
Yep.
Okay, so he's not currently in the mix.
No.
And this one right here, the one that looks like Ace Frehley,
Yeah, you've shot him too. You're the only one who's damaged him.
and he's hanging in the air being held by an air elemental.
He's being held over the grease pit by an air elemental, and the 2 earth elementals in front of you are trying to pummel
clobber him.
Yeah, to clobber him.
So at this point, if I tried to shoot him, because I don't have precise shot, I would run the risk of hitting the air elemental.
Well, he gets partial cover. So, well, in this case, he's in the air, you're in the air. I don't think he would get cover.
Okay, well, if I can safely attack him,
You can.
then that's what I'm going to do.
Yeah.
15.
15. That arrow is going to miss. I have a feeling. Hold on a second.
Well,
Is he being held by
does
the
he,
air elementals?
does he
He
lose
can't
his
go back.
dex
He
because he's
loses
up
his
in the air?
dex, but
Still not good enough?
And
Still
mages
not
don't
gonna be-
tend to wear heavy armor.
yeah, they don't. Yeah, he loses his dex, but it's still higher than 15.
Okay.
So the arrow twing, goes off in this direction over here.
Okay.
All right.
That's my turn.
That's your turn, Farina. Now you have air elementals, you have Otto, and you have yourself. Now you were barfing. You are not barfing now. You cast the wind wall, and that's working. In fact, since it's your turn, I'm going to go ahead and move the stinking clouds to where they're going, and they're all sort of pushing together over here as they push through into the other room.
So Flashheart and Fletcher can get out now.
They can get out now without hitting into the stinking clouds.
Okay. And then both of my air elementals, we left, both of them had the mage up in the air. They were both.
No, just one is holding the mage up in the air. The other one did not get. He managed to avoid it.
Okay. Do I have to roll for them to continue to hold on to the mage, or no?
I don't believe so, Mike. Oh, he left.
It's not
Do
that
they have
bad.
to do a grapple check to try and become ungrappled?
Yeah, that's on their turn. Pretty sure.
So that's their.
You might be able to-
on
might
my
be able
turn.
to damage while
Yeah.
they're grappled.
So that was the next question. Can I do a slam with them?
That's going to be
The one that's not grappling him can. So the other one has to. If you reaffirm the grapple, then you effectively have it pinned. So hold on, let me.
So I'd have to re-roll the grapple first.
Yeah, hold on a sec. And he hasn't had a chance to even come out of it. He hasn't had a chance to do it yet.
But they're not whirlwinded right now. They're not whirlwinded right now.
Oh, how did you pick them up then? That's the only way you can pick them up.
An air elemental can't just fly?
They can, but the whirlwind is what picks them up.
The whirlwind is what picks them up.
Infected creature. Okay, let's see here.
No, I think you guys are right. He's not grappled. He's just whirlwinded.
Left in the whirlwind. So that one can't.
They
So
can
yeah,
have
that
counter effects and they're
But the other one, can the other one attack into the whirlwind?
Yeah.
Sure.
There? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So
Mike's back.
No, I'm not.
Oh, never mind. I was wrong.
Well, I think we resolved it satisfactorily.
Why is this so-
Satisfactory.
Satisfactory. I'm thinking about getting one of those shirts for cons.
Yeah, all I know is I come back and you guys are grappling stuff, so maybe it's a good thing I didn't take off.
Okay,
It's
so
probably for the best.
the one that does not have him in the whirlwind is going to attempt the 16 to slam him.
Okay, that will miss even with him being in the whirlwind,
Okay, so that's that.
even without his dex.
And Farina is going to shoot 2 arrows at him with precision.
Okay. Where is Farina?
Because we're not hasted. Why do I have this 3rd attack? I shouldn't have 3 attacks.
look at them like that. You still got haste. You still got
Oh, I
haste.
took it on. Okay, so I take that off.
So Farina, I don't know that you can line of sight him. I think you have to take I think you have to climb over either you have to go backwards through your wall of wind, or you have to climb over the barricade, which is a double move, which means you would only get a single attack.
He's up in the air, isn't he, Les? So she should be able
He
to.
is, but she's behind the wall there. See where she is?
Well, she's peeking around the corner of it.
But
I
can't
mean,
No, the barricade there kind of prevents her from peeking around.
yeah, that barricade is like 4.5, 5 feet high.
And she's stepped
I
up.
So even if she could see him, which I think she probably can, she's not
Right.
going to be able to like put her bow on the other side of it and get an arrow over there.
Okay,
Which means
that's
she'd
fair.
have to climb over it and then shoot. You can still shoot one, but you'd have to climb over it. There you go.
That's fair. Okay, 1 arrow, 1 well-placed, beautiful arrow.
All right.
And 31.
That'll hit.
And let's see, so it's going to be 46 plus 4 because they're evil, right?
Let me check. No,
That's
they're neutral.
correct.
They're neutral good.
He's misunderstood.
Yeah.
No, less in the module says they're evil. So I'm just,
Oh, okay.
I'm just letting you know.
18 points. Arrow damage gets him right in there. He's still, he's being held up, but he's still alive, I should say. And what about Otto? Or Otto has he's a different place. Okay, so Otto will go on his normal turn. Flashheart. Paladin of Iomade.
Right.
The devoted Paladin of Iomade.
Well, but for the first time in several minutes, he does not see a living enemy, but he hears the sounds of battle, so he's going to run towards it, which I believe are right.
He would have just so there's a couple of ways he could go. So he hears the sound of battle. He would have just seen Farina climb over the barricade and shoot an arrow to the west. You also know from Bardos yelling out and stuff like that there are two mages to the south, but you can see clearly that the stinking clouds which are being blown through the doorway, would preclude you from going to the south and fighting those guys. Unless you wanted to blow through there. Yeah.
Well, I have a mercy that removes sickened, but I'm not sure how that works on me. Would that work on me as well?
It works automatically on you, but you'd have to do it every round.
Well, I'd have to charge through it, is what I'm saying, right?
Oh, yeah, you could charge through it, and if you did miss your saving throw, you can, as a free action, lay on hands on yourself, which does all of your mercies automatically.
Right.
All right.
Now, you can run through there. If you make the fortitude save...
You don't even have to worry about the condition then, I don't think.
Yeah, it's a poison effect. Yeah, it's only if you miss your save that it affects you. You could hold your breath, and if you make your fort save, you sort of held your breath through there.
Right. Okay. There are doors down below where Fletcher is. I can go that way, I guess.
Well, that was
outside though.
That was where the elvish princess Jerabeth was being.
Oh, right. Okay,
yeah.
Right. I've forgotten.
The one that's going to turn on us eventually.
Yes, of course.
Yeah. Not today. Not while she's taking a look at this glorious paladin doing his thing. Let's see.
Gonna turn on us. So are the two crusaders. They're already possessed.
Yep.
They're just ticking time bombs.
All right, what's my fort here? Not terrible.
Paladin fortitude save. It's probably pretty solid. The DC on this. I'll tell you the DC.
Yeah. What's the DC on this? I can see.
You hear the voice of Iomade from above. The DC is 18.
Ooh, that's a strict, is it?
DC 18 on that stinking cloud. Fort save. So what's your fort bonus? As long as we're opening the kimono here. From a roll standpoint.
It's a 7.
7? All right.
No,
so you need...
Yeah, I have a base save of 6, ability mod of 1. Am I looking at it wrong?
Yeah,
what should it be?
Modifier. So
Plus your charisma.
That's his ability modifier.
No, my ability modifier. Well, again, I have this old ass character sheet, but ability
Wait,
plus
charisma doesn't help fort.
No, it doesn't have fort, does it?
It's con. Con helps fort.
Con is fort.
Right. That's why it's a +1. I have a 12 con.
No, but doesn't the paladin get this charisma to all of his saves?
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
I like where Mike is going. I like that. With my limited wish, I make it so. Look, I'm looking.
I don't think it does, but it's possible. I suppose it's possible. Anything's possible. I am wrong about the rules quite often. So,
what is it? It's a disease or a poison or what?
It's a poison effect.
Right, and poison. I actually, yeah. So I don't. My lay on hands. I think we determined this last time. I cure nausea and sickening, but not poison.
Right.
Right.
There's a fair amount of cheating and argument about that, as I recall.
Exactly. I don't want to start that again. Okay, so
hey, for the save, I don't know why Don hasn't chimed in to defend me because he's played a paladin and should know this. I'm almost certain, and I've never played one, that a paladin gets charisma added to all their saves,
That's what I'm checking.
which is
I'm
why
looking
all
at
their
it too,
saves
and I
are
don't see
freaking
anything.
stellar.
I don't see anything of that.
Maybe it's at a certain level, but I remember talking to someone about
Checking
that.
what level it is.
Maybe Don's been cheating this whole
So
time.
at second, so it's called Divine Grace. A paladin gains a
Right.
bonus equal to a charisma bonus, if any, on all saving throws. So
All
if you
saving throws.
Grace,
Wow.
yeah, so you get your charisma bonus and your con bonus.
Well,
And with that, I'm gonna have to get a drink because I hate when you guys use the rules against me when I'm trying to hurt you. So hold on a second.
Mike and Don, thank you.
Yeah. So what level are you?
I'm I think I'm 9. 9.
So
So-
6 plus your con bonus plus your charisma bonus. So what is your actual
Right.
plus?
4 for that. That'll be 6 plus 5.
So 11. Okay.
Yep.
So you need a
So I
7 or
have to roll a 7. That's not bad on a 20.
No.
I'm doing it. Huh?
Yeah, it's not bad on a 20. Yeah.
By the way, just as Les is gone, by the way, several of my friends who are D&D players who've never played digitally before, always have their week groups. They're all moved to roll 20. And
Yeah.
they're like, oh, this is so much easier. You don't have to roll dice and whatnot. I'm like, oh, just you wait till roll 20 algorithm betrays your party over and over again with those endless ones.
Such
Like,
adorable
you kids-
naivete.
I know. You kids in your auto rollers. Yeah.
All right, so
All right.
so DC 18. What with your charisma bonus? And your con bonus to that fort save? What is your fort save bonus now?
Well, after consulting my attorneys, and
My
I am
rules
a-
lawyers.
Yes. My base is 6. I have a con bonus of 1 and a 4 charisma bonus. So that's 5 additional to my 6
that's
would make it
plus
11.
11.
7 or higher.
7 or higher, better than 50-50, but not quite better than 33. So I mean,
So
7.
After all this nonsense, I feel like I have to go now. So I'm gonna Leroy Jenkins on down this hall.
You're just gonna hold your breath and just run through there.
Yeah.
All right. What's your
Fletcher, I've
what's your
always loved
speed?
you. Where am I going? Right here?
Yeah, I think. Well, it depends. So, how far can you move?
Oh, well, I'm
Speed's
big,
still-
so
You still move 30, I think.
okay. So that was what. Let's see.
You can do a double
I'm
move.
25. Yeah,
Okay. You can
Yeah,
do a
so-
double move and do 50.
that I'm just trying to measure that out. That's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 to here, right? And I'm big enough I can swing from there, right? Potentially.
10 foot
Well,
reach
Your
around.
double
When
move.
you do 2 moves.
Oh, you know what?
Oh yeah,
I-
you
you
can't
know,
do it for 2
I
moves.
went-
So.
Yeah, and I'm gonna have to go through 2. I'm gonna yeah, and I was going
Right.
through this wall here. Sorry.
All right, let's
But,
see.
I'm gonna have to do a double move.
Okay, let's see that fort save, bud. Let's roll. You got to roll a 6 or less.
Okay, can I get a drum roll, please?
Feels right. I love it. All right, you are nauseated for this round. It's obviously going to go away next time, but yeah.
Here.
What do you got? I don't even see it. Hold on. What do you got? Oh yeah.
What was that?
Here, I'll do it one more time. Hold on a second. Joe's gonna roll. Get ready for that one.
Get ready for that one.
Buddy, what's up?
Are you all right?
Yeah.
All right, awesome. A run. So you get through there and you stumble out of this cloud. You're huge, and you see these 2 mages behind the barricade, and they're like, ugh! And then you're just like, roar! Like vomit all over from this poison effect of all over the thing. Now you're just like, oh god, that's so bad. But you're going to be able to fix yourself next round. I believe it's as a swift action. Is it a swift action to lay on hands on yourself?
Yes.
I heard free
I guess-
action.
I heard free action.
It's a free action to lay hands on yourself.
Okay. So you'll be able to do that next round, but you can't do squats. So I guess if you have to miss a roll, I mean, it's really other than the theatrical vomiting, I think you're probably gonna be fine. All right, but now it's their turn. So these, oops, hold on a second. These two guys.
Or swift. It is a swift action. It's fine.
It's swift action. Okay, yeah, I thought it was swift.
Standard action on something else.
Hey, to finish my turn, I'm going to come rolling up to the gate, retching and retching. I have my hand beseeching up towards these witches, and I'll try to croak out, parlay.
Parlay. And then you're like, parlay, and then you're like, you know. All right, so they are going to take a step back, looking at your enlarged thing.
Your enlarged thing?
Sorry,
Yeah, ladies.
Sword. Crazy.
That didn't come out right.
Hey,
Hold on a second.
Hey, phrasing.
You're enlarged at the enlarged paladin coming through there, and Radiance screaming there. They're going to take a 5-foot step back, and they're going to both hit you with magic missiles as they move backwards.
You devious witches.
Oh, they are devious witches. They are hateful too. So this would be 6 D4s because 3 missiles apiece, plus 6. So here they come, buddy boy. Boom! Boom! There we go. 19 points of magic missile damage is there, just like, you know,
What's
it's
that
like
plus 6 at the end.
each missile is D4 plus 1.
Right.
Okay, got it.
They shot 6 missiles at you, so 6 D4 plus 6. So 19 points of magic missile damage into you. Bardos.
Can you say ow?
Ow.
I jinxed myself by Leroy jinxing you there.
Yeah.
Okay, so Bardos, what are you going to do?
That was our battle cry at NASDAQ.
That was our battle cry at NASDAQ.
Oh.
Not NASDAQ. What the hell was it called?
Yeah, it was NASDAQ, wasn't it?
No, it was something
Our
else.
CRASDAQ, our crap shitting.
Something. Whatever it is, we're never going to do that again.
We're not doing it again.
Yeah. All right. Bardos, you are up there. Farina just pegged this guy. Lothar's shooting arrows at him. Farina's shooting arrows at him. And you probably just saw Lothar run through a stinking cloud. And you hear what sounds to be an enlarged paladin vomiting.
You can hear my holy retching.
In the name of Ioma, blah!
Little plants start to grow wherever I read.
Did we lose Gordon and Jennifer? You guys are muted if you're talking.
You're muted, yeah.
Yeah, they're good.
Okay, sorry about that. Yeah, we've been having some technical issues. Yeah, Bardos is pretty much out of everything that he can do that's useful at all. So I think he's just going to jump over the barrier.
Okay.
And kind of slink over the side, get up in the corner here.
Get on it.
All right.
I guess actually before he does that, he's going to yell out, "Gatto, wherever you are, we're going to be leaving here soon." And then he's going to move.
Attention, dungeon shoppers.
Yeah, because Gatto is like, I don't know where the hell he is, but he's not been around for a while.
So I'm trying to send all the corpses to the back. Because I think we lost Baru. Can you still click on Baru? I don't even see him.
I'd love to get a final body count on this adventure when we find out.
Definitely we will. When this is all over, I'm definitely going to count the dead. And I very specifically, I have not been like deleting anything. I've just been setting it to the GM lever. So you could.
We need to count the dead.
Think of the experience points, though, that you guys are going to get.
Yeah, let's go.
So many. You probably get 2, maybe even 3,000 each. A lot. All right, so Bartos, you're just going to move over there with Baru. Okay, perfect. And you see Fletcher's in that room. Otto is also in that room. I don't know why he's laying down, but he's over there.
He was sickened.
Oh, he was sickened. Oh, okay. So he's probably better, I'm sure. All right, Ilendar, your dragon is gone. You're out of spells. Yeah, off in the distance you hear, ow!
Hey, what'd you say was gone?
Nothing.
I'm not sure. I didn't hear that quite right.
Was
Otto's so leaving this party like really soon.
I know.
I get rich hanging out with these guys, but oh my gosh, the slaps.
so you're
Bartos yelled out, "Gato, we're leaving."
Gato, we're leaving. So
Good.
Ilendar, you're up there. You're still next to Jerabeth. You're still next to the Crusaders. You're standing over the body of I want to say Zenidra, the other summoner. Her Eidolon is gone. She's dead.
I was looting her, so I looted her last round.
Okay, so you looted her last round. So did I send you that loot? Did I tell you what it was?
You did not.
Okay.
Or at least not that I remember.
Do we want to do that? Or we'll do it later.
No, I don't want to. Yeah, I think we didn't do it because I said we'll do it later. Maybe you did do it, and I just don't remember. I don't know.
Yeah, we'll just not.
Let's not do it right now.
We'll just forget it.
I won't forget it, but
we'll leave the loot there. All right, so what are you going to do? So you're right around the corner. I mean, you have a bird's eye view from this other sort of Ace Frehley guy. He's got a couple of arrows sticking out of him. Your elementals are trying to punch him, not having a lot of luck. But
okay,
he's
they're going to try again.
Okay.
So both of them are trying one swing. So one does really well. The other one doesn't do well at all.
Well, that one hits. The other one is going to fumble, and he's going to confirm it. Ooh, that's a confirmed fumble. I got to pull out the chart.
Okay.
Love a good firm fumble. Love it.
The one that hit.
All right, that's a natural attack.
That's 11 points of damage.
11 points. All right, let me take that off from real quick.
It's really. I thought he was grappled less. Isn't his AC less than?
Well, he doesn't get his dex, but it's still pretty high.
Oh, I thought somebody hit him with a 16 before.
Nope. Not a 16.
I missed with a 14.
Wow, a grappled mage has better than 18.
It has better than 20, even without its dex. These are Blackfire adepts, man. They are no joke. They are all for real. He bit your fist. The target deals bite damage to you. That can't happen.
No, that's it. So what does that guy do with his mouth? Like what, D2?
Sprain. You take D4 points of dex damage. So I'll go ahead and roll that for you, so you don't have to do it to yourself.
Okay.
Four points of dex. Flat out mass. Yeah. So he hurts himself. You pick which one, and you make
the top one.
Okay. Okay. Now, what are you going to do? You're standing there. Jerabeth looks frightened. The two Crusaders look frightened and undernourished, but they're ready. They're ready to fight. Send us in, Drown. We'll do the job.
Yeah,
they're not going to do.
I say
they'll get slaughtered.
No, they're not going to do anything. I tell them to get ready to cover Jerabeth on our way out. But I'm going to take an action to load the heavy crossbow and then shoot this guy.
All right, so you tell the Crusaders to keep an eye on Jerabeth.
Just get ready, because I heard Bardos say we're getting ready to leave, right?
I don't know that he actually said it. Bardos, did you say that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I said that to Gato. Yep.
We are leaving, like Sergeant Abel.
Yeah. Marines, we are leaving.
So I am going to, like I said, I'm going to tell them to get ready, and then I'm going to shoot.
They say, you've got it. We'll take care of her, your evil lordship.
And I miss.
You drow bastard. Okay, you crank the crossbow back and shot. And
Pating.
All right. It's his turn. How does he get out of a whirlwind? Would this be like an acrobatics or escape artist check?
As escape artist, or he has to use his CMB to beat their CMD.
All right, let me see if he's
One
got.
or
Let
two.
me see what he's better. So his CMB is +5, which is not great. He does not have escape artist, so I'm just going to have to go and roll against +5. So what is the?
It applies oil of slipperiness. It gives him a +20.
Oh, they do have tons of oil of slipperiness. So I'll. Yeah, he's going to pull that out. He's flying up by the
pleasure
ceiling.
or business?
Business or pleasure? I'd like 3 vials of oil of slipperiness, please. I'll bet you do. All right, so I guess he has to beat the air elemental CMD. Do we know what that is? Or is it Farina's CMD? I think it's Farina's CMD.
No, the air elementals.
Air elemental.
Okay.
That would be 15.
Oh, jeez. Okay. He's still up there. That's pretty much it for him. So it's Fletcher's turn. Go ahead. He's screaming. He's getting pounded by arrows and by earth elementals, and he's up in the air. Can't do shit. He's hurting.
So last I remember, Flashheart declared his love for me and then charged into that cloud.
Yep.
And then Bardo showed up at the doorway.
And then Bardo showed up at the doorway. And I hear retching behind the cloud. But
Well, distant retching.
yes. So I will wait behind the cloud. Is this a good spot?
Yeah, you're fine there.
It's a little
Okay.
windy, but
It's a little windy, yeah.
A little windy.
it's gonna.
That's it.
Who's walking around the streets of the wasteland? Okay, Agato, you are up.
Okay, so it's 9:10. I'm doing my first action of the night. It's as we discussed tonight.
Okay. All right, Otto's up. Otto's feeling better, and it's not in the doorway anymore. What is he going to do? He's going to bite Bardos or Baru or something like that?
He is going to head up to Arena, and I'm gonna hit him with a strong jaw. Oh no, he's just gonna head up to Arena for now.
Okay. He's on the other side of the barricade from you.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. We were back at the top of the order. Lothar.
Am I still in the same?
Same position, same place. Yeah.
So I have no negatives to try to shoot this guy.
Nope. You're fine.
All right, then I'm
Well,
gonna do 2 shots.
Okay.
15 and 17.
Neither of those are going to hit. His DC without Dex is 21.
Yeah, that's crap.
It's in the book, man. What can I tell you? He's got a base AC of 23, and he gets +2 to Dex.
No, he doesn't have his dex.
That's what I mean. So I took it down. His AC is 21.
Moving along now.
Okay. Are you gonna fly anywhere or?
No, I'm good where I'm at.
All right, Farina. Otto is with you now.
Yeah,
with you.
I'm gonna put 2 arrows in this mage if I can.
All right.
I don't know that I can, but we will try.
AC 21.
It's rolling the dice. It says it is.
Ooh, very close to a fumble. 29, that's a hit.
Okay.
Ooh, 28 points of damage. You
Actually,
are
26. It should be +4. It's 26.
26. You know how many hit points he has left?
26.
26. The arrow takes him in the throat, and he falls backwards, gushing blood into the welcoming arms of the air elemental, who finally drops him.
Well, the air elemental is doing a whirlwind, so that blood goes everywhere.
Yes. Lothar gets a big.
We're back to Kill Bill.
So, what do the elementals do? Because they're your control, Farina.
I'm going to send them down to find and harry the mages So I don't know how far they travel. Hang on. I can
Mages
just
or
look.
witches?
Witches, mages, black adepts.
So, are elementals subject to poison effects?
No.
No.
100 feet. And these are 5-foot squares?
I don't think
They are. I'm gonna, considering the amount of cheating going on lately, I'm just gonna go ahead and check.
I don't think they breathe. Less elementals don't have to
I
breathe.
don't think they did. So, elemental traits: immunity to bleed, paralysis, poison, blah blah blah. All right, fine.
Blah, blah, blah.
Fine.
Blah blah blah.
Goddamn rules written down.
Stupid rules. I hate these rules. All right, so they're just going to fly down to the south. Now they move like 100, right?
Yeah, so they're going to get down in here and look for. I can't.
Probably attacking.
Yeah, I know. I think I can get to them. This is like 60 feet, and they got another 40. Are they
So
all the way over here?
He slides down.
He slides down the stairs.
Are they over here, Les?
Uh,
Oh, those two right there. Oh, shit.
yeah, no, they're right. They're right on the outside of the. They're outside of the door. They're right here.
Yeah, I can get to both of them.
So they're gonna come whipping around there, whipping through the cloud, past him, and just get into this. So they won't be able to attack, will they?
Past flash heart. No, that's their full movement. So
Yeah, that's one move. They get
Don't
an
they
action.
get one attack or
Yeah.
no?
Wait, what's the? They can move
100.
100 in one move?
Mhm.
Yeah, that's their speed, 100.
Damn, they do get an attack then. That's a fast moving little farts there.
Plus 6. Okay, so this will be the one on the left.
Okay, and what are you doing to her?
Slam,
Okay.
and this is.
Nope.
Then there's the one on the right.
Nope.
Okay. That should break their concentration, though, right? If they're concentrating on something.
Well, no, they weren't actually hit by anything. I mean, they're obviously they see the air elementals, but they weren't damaged or anyway. So
Okay. So it doesn't affect.
it's not gonna affect any spells in the sense that you're talking
they
about.
will have to cast defensively next time. But
Yeah, otherwise they'll provoke, and that will force a concentration check. But
yeah,
all right, Flash Heart, you're there. So I think we all smell the vomit.
Yes. Nothing like the smell of vomit in the morning. All right, so I guess.
Well, you're enlarged too, so it's probably a 5-foot pool.
Yeah, it's a spew. So I will. What will I do? I guess I'm going to cast Mercy on myself, or you'll use my free action Mercy. And
Swift action, but yes.
But a swift action, excuse me. Oh, I thought we said it was free action. We determined it was swift action?
Swift. Yeah.
Swift.
Apologies. And then
Effectively the same, though.
once I've done that, is that in my turn, or do I still have an action?
No, you still have 2 actions.
Yeah.
Swift
Yeah.
action
Right.
is basically inconsequential to the action economy.
Okay.
Like coffee.
All right.
Does he get the lay on hands
Well,
effect from that,
I-
or does he swap that with the other?
Ooh, that's a good point. Dan just made a great point. I think those clouds are moving up behind you. Now, they will not touch you because I am a benevolent, not a cruel dictator. But
Well,
they are
I'm saying-
coming up behind you, and they will be on you next time. You'll have to deal
Clouds.
with it. Yeah, the clouds.
Okay, well, I'm taking a step forward. I didn't make a big deal of this last time because I was retching, but I have step up. So if they had moved back, I should have got an attack on it. I think I didn't get an attack because they
You were nauseated. You wouldn't get an
yeah,
attack
exactly.
opportunity.
So I'm stepping to here and
All right.
taking a swing.
You are
this
stepping over the barricade. That's
I don't think I get. No, I think I can step to the barricade and swing. Right?
you were at the barricade before.
Okay. So they're just outside my. What?
No, they're-
You
I
have
mean-
reach now.
You have reach, so yeah, you can hit them.
And didn't your lay on hands give you health back?
Yes. Yes. So let me do that. Do.
Yeah, because that was another big argument we had last time, and the rules suck.
Make it so hard for you to kill things.
I know. I mean, it's terrible. It's like I have no tools in my toolbox here.
6 times 4.
I can't kill anybody. I can't violate the rules to try and hurt people.
It's amazing you can even sleep at night.
I don't sleep. I never sleep. All I do is think about ways in which I can violate the rules and you guys not detect me.
Well, that and make giant fat heads.
It make giant fat heads.
That's pretty good.
You're muted, Mike, if you're talking.
I'm just keeping it in suspense. Here we go. 46. 13 points. Ugh. All right.
13 points. Well, it's not nothing. It's not nothing. Takes you back up to 50. So are you going to, you get a single, well, that was only a 5-foot step, so you could get a full attack. Do you get multiple attacks or?
Yes, sir.
All right. Do you have cleave?
I do not have cleave. I just
Okay.
have multiple attacks. I do not have cleave. I was talked out of cleave, I think, by Don early on.
Yeah, Cleve's not very good.
He's the only one who likes to use cleave.
Any negatives from retching this turn? Otherwise, I'm making my swing.
No, once you mercy yourself, you're super fine.
There we go. That should be a hit.
Or will hit. Which one? So which one? Yellow hair or blue?
No, the one on my right. So that's,
Okay, so yellow hair.
this one, yellow hair. Yeah, yellow hair.
21 is a miss.
Okay.
What?
I told you we talked about ACs here, didn't we?
Say what?
These are not pushovers, but you did get one hit. Radiance comes through. Now remember that you're enlarged, so you get the bigger damage.
All right, so that would be 1d8. Oh, 1d10, right? 1d10 plus.
So, Matt, for the record, yeah, I don't really recommend cleave for high-level people, but I do recommend bonded items rather than mounts for paladins.
Right, which I have the bonded item. Right, that was the other thing you talked me out of was my bonded mount because I was never going to ride that horse.
Right.
We would have been eating him by now.
Are you using
All right.
the bonded item?
Yes.
Okay.
So radiance is already a negative, multiple pluses, but then the bond item gives me another plus.
Right.
All right, so there you go. Last 17 points.
17 points of damage from Radiance?
Yes, sir.
He's large.
Don't like that. Don't like that. That's a pretty solid hit. She staggers backwards and is generally unhappy. So they are going to. It's going to hurt them. Hold on a second. I got to check real quick the skill there. 13. Okay. All right. So casting defensively is 15 plus the level of the spell. So the blue one is going to take a 5-foot step back. She's going to cast defensively. She has to be, and it's a first level spell. She's shooting you with magic missiles again. So
First level spells, so it's 16.
The DC is 16.
17.
Why?
15 plus twice the spell level.
No, it's
1 times 2 is 2.
Didn't that say he's got step up?
Yes, I do have step up. So she
still.
can't back up.
Well, no, it's a 5-foot step.
Step up.
That's what step up does.
That's what step up
Step
does.
up says you actually move up when somebody moves away from you.
Well, because of your previous blasphemy, Iomade removes step up from your feet list because of your many transgressions against the law. All right, fine. You get an attack opportunity.
You might ride a Drider.
Let me just try and get this freaking concentration check out the door. All right, she does fine. She can cast the spell. She's going to definitely shoot you because you're being a real wiener right now.
Is this? I don't get a bonus for attack of everything, right? Just straight roll.
Straight up. 12 points you get from the magic missiles, but then you get an attack on her. Here's the thing, though.
I missed.
You missed.
It
Okay.
doesn't matter. I missed.
All right. She
All right, so 12 points.
is.
Aha!
So her problem is.
She's got a lot of problems.
She's got a lot of problems. She just got hit by 10 for, what was it, 10 points? 17 points. So injury is 10 plus damage plus level. So if that's the case, it would be a 28. Possible. It's possible.
Possible.
It's possible. So she's going to try and do that. She's also going to take a 5-foot step, and she's going to do her.
I got to roll, right?
Thing. I have to roll a natural 50. Whoops. Shit.
But don't I get a roll for it? I get a roll too, right?
You know, now you already had your roll. You already had your attack of opportunity. Unless you
have reflexes.
No, that's a different person who moved, so it's a different attack, right?
No, Matt. If you have combat reflexes, you can do it. Otherwise, you only get one attack.
I don't believe I have that. Let's see.
I don't think you do either.
You would have had to have taken it. It doesn't.
Really, I
come
think you mean we finally found a feat you don't have. Well, mark the day. Put a gold star on the calendar.
Gatto has it. Can he give it to him? Loan it to him for a round?
Yeah. I got keen senses, aura, courage, might evil, divine grace, lay in hands. Oh, that's not even a feat.
All right, so I need a. Hold on a sec.
What do you need? What do you need, Les?
I need. So the DC is 28. The bonus I get.
Show me crit
here,
fail.
I need a natty 15 or better. So here we go.
Show me crit fail.
Boom. Oh, I did not get it. So the spell dies. She fails, and that goes away. And it's Bardos' turn. But she looks frightened at this point. There's a fair amount of fright there as you begin things. So Bardos, you're up there. You just saw Fletcher come running past you. There's a fair amount of stuff going on up in the north there, but you just left there. So what are you up to?
Clouds haven't moved enough for him to move into that other room.
No, they're still crowding the door. Now these clouds are moving about 10 feet around as they're being pushed by the wind wall. So Flashheart.
Yes, sir.
Well, they can't. Oh, I already moved them. So you may have to move again to keep them out of the clouds because they haven't got rid of them yet.
Well, I'll have to move just so I can keep up with these two witches.
Potentially.
Unless the air elementals finish them off.
All right, but it's Bardos' turn. Bardos, what are you going to do?
I just moved a little bit. I'm going to wait for the stinking cloud to go away.
All right, so you can wait for that to sort of like the wind to blow it further south so you can get into that room maybe?
Yep.
All right. Ilindar of the Hill People.
Someone killed my target.
That's so sad when that happens, isn't it?
Can I see through the stinking cloud, or is that?
No, it's opaque.
Okay.
I mean, you know what's over there, but you can't. Yeah, you can't see anything.
You can follow a pile of holy
I have
vomit.
not seen Gatto
Holy vomit.
ever since I invisibilitied him.
Correct. You don't have any idea where he is.
So I'm going to call again. Well, call since Otto said last time. Say, Gatto, we're leaving.
Gatto, give me perception. See if you hear him.
Okay, hold on just a second.
You don't hear him.
He's humming.
You don't hear him. So you don't know that everybody's leaving. You feel like you've probably got tons of time.
Right.
Right.
Actually, that dude got dropped. I'm going to tell these two to start getting Erebeth towards the doors. I said, I'm going to tell them stay well behind that cloud. Start moving that way.
Okay.
I'm going to tell.
So like escort them?
Yeah, start escorting her towards this door down here.
Okay. All right. They will do that. So,
and I'm going to tell one of my elementals to go grab that mage's body and bring it with us.
So one is going to follow them. So I'm assuming that Jerabeth is going to get to about here. The two dudes are sort of flanking her, the two Crusader guys, the undernourished guys. And then one of your elementals is going to climb over here and just sort of like follow along, correct? Do I have that right?
Yeah, and then the
Like
other
that?
one's going to go grab the body and jump right next to this other body. I'm collecting quite the I've got quite the collection of dead bodies around me.
So wait, where are you putting the body? Show me. Right next to Zanidra?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I
Okay.
did it last time.
It doesn't take long, so it does that, and right on top.
When I cast Detect Magic and start emptying the body of anything that radiates magic.
All right, so you are going to this. So
Emptying
I'm
the
just-
body of whatever it gives it a 21 AC with no dex.
Tell me
Yeah, no kidding.
where everything's where.
There's got to be something there.
There's something, all right, but I'm not telling you what it is.
You know,
all
it,
right,
it takes minutes to take off his armor. You know that, don't you?
so
It's a
you're
mage.
just
He didn't have armor.
well, he's kind of a mage. He's an adept. He's an adept. All right, so he's dead. So he's
I'm a mage on my
all
mother's
right. So
side.
you are going to do that, and I will get back to you on that. On what
On
the
that one too.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Other than that,
okay.
I'm done.
Okay. For Lecheroo.
I say, excuse me. Let's not let the refugees get in front of the fighters here. And I,
So you just put your like giant ham hand on Jerabeth's face and just push her back.
yeah, I probably would be a little rude to Jerabeth, to be honest. So yeah.
Why? She's an elvish princess. You're an
Exactly.
elvish jackass.
I am an
Basically the same-
anti-elf half-elf.
Okay. All right.
I am. You know my history. Don't like elves.
I do. That's true. That's true. That's why you and Farina have gotten along so well. All right, so you just sort of like move them back a little bit. You're like, hey, wait.
Yeah, don't get in front of the fighters, guys. Just stay there.
All right, so you're just waiting for the wind, and the wind through there is just like, you guys are getting. I mean, it's pretty hair tousling. Jerabeth looks quite fetching to you, even despite her elven nature, as her hair is being tousled model-like in the wind wall.
Let my cape flap against her face.
There you go. Are you gonna do anything but move in front of them?
Nope, that's it.
Gatorado, what are you gonna do? Now, hey, by the way, I just want to point out that your second move came only 20 minutes after your first one, so we're getting a lot better through.
A lot faster.
Yeah.
So Lothar sees Gatto booking around this corner, coming up to here. That's a double move. And he says,
grease spell.
Say, aren't you still invisible?
No, I am not invisible anymore.
Okay.
But you just ripped right through a grease spell on a set of stairs.
Ooh.
So you're going to need to
That's
tumble
except you got
acrobatics
7.
35. I believe that will be sufficient.
I'm going to jump, so we add 12 to that. So it's a
Iron.
7.
Jesus Christ. You like Jesse Owens right up those stairs. Okay. Lothar, you're shocked and dismayed at this display of athletic prowess. But yeah, you're there.
I'm done.
All right. Otto. So Farina, do you want Otto to go on your turn from now on, or do you want to keep him separate?
No, just going to ask you to do that. Yep.
Okay. So you want to just wait until it's his turn, until it's your turn for him to go?
Sure. Yep.
Okay. All right. Lothar, back at the top of the order. You just saw Gatto do an amazing sort of jump over the grease spell as he came running around the corner. He just sort of leaped up there, and you're like, I've never been attracted to a man before, but
I'm still not.
Yeah. If I was, Gatto would be that man.
Fuck the landing.
Yeah, I'm still not sure he's going to survive Farina, so let's not get too attached to him. I'm going to...
and yet, there's a bit of yearning.
Once again, I'm going to sense where the adept that I shot is now to determine if he's moving closer, if he's staying where he is. He was like way over here somewhere.
Standing still. He's staying still.
He's staying still. Okay.
He's in the exact same place that you detected him last time.
Okay. In that case, I'm going to... And with fly, what is the movement of fly? Isn't
Fly
it 30?
spell, I think, is 30, but let me double check just to make sure.
60.
It's 60 for a single move?
Depending on what armor you have on.
Yeah.
Hold, please. Subject can fly. If you have medium or heavy armor on, or carry a medium or heavy load, it's 40.
Okay.
So you're gonna fly. You're gonna split the party. You're gonna fly out in there and hunt that guy down.
No.
Come on, you know you want to. Your Viking blood screams out for death.
I'm going to stay. I'm going to fly
It's
behind.
just not his.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
It's my death that would end up happening. So I'm going to fly down here behind the score of refugees,
Okay.
preparing to burst to the south once we get this
Once the cloud gets out of the
cloud
way.
has been blown out of the way. Yeah.
Okay, so you're sort of in between, behind the refugee scrum.
Well, yeah. I'm actually at this point. I'm right behind.
You're above it, yeah, above the elemental.
The elemental, yes, but flying.
I'm actually going to move you above the elemental because this is psychologically disconcerting to look at this way. There we go. All right, there you go, Farina.
Yeah,
See Gatto, and you saw, and usually you're angry at Gatto, but he just did this most graceful leap above those stairs, and you couldn't help but feel a frisson of something, or not.
And he was making curly noises as he came up those stairs.
All right, who did you shoot at?
No, that's actually, I was going to have
A love check.
Otto go into stealth. and
Okay,
just-
that did not happen.
Right.
Fell down the
So-
steps loudly.
What I want to do, though, I can still do it, is I want him to go check perimeters. I just want him to go back and check perimeters. where he
Okay.
went. And with his speed at 40, so if he
That was Black Tentacles there. I don't know if it's still there or not.
didn't.
It is. I believe it lasts for Black Tentacles last for minutes, doesn't it?
Well, then there's nothing in there. Can he cross this barrier?
I'll just check on the Black Tentacles. Which
His
which barrier?
He'd just leap over it.
Oh yeah, no. I mean, it'll still cost him. He'll climb over it, but yeah, he can come over by you on the other side of the barricade.
No, not the barrier. I'm talking about the red line that was keeping everybody out.
Into the
Well, that's
The alignment-based barricade.
it's an alignment-based barricade, and he's your alignment. What's your alignment?
I'm neutral good.
Yeah, that's going to be a problem for him.
Okay, so he won't be able to go there. He can go here and easily leap over those stairs. And
Okay.
I'm just going to have him run perimeter checks. So 80 feet.
Whoa, where did he go?
He's right
He's
here.
got a lot of movement.
Yeah, so
Oh, he went north. I was like, oh, okay. Give me a Give me an auto-based perception check.
And Les, can you do me a favor when you get a minute?
Sure.
Can you figure out where in all this conflagration my bird is so I can move him again?
Siggy is right here. I'm just gonna go put him over.
We're
Put it
rat
You know what?
somewhere too.
There
I'm
you
gonna
go.
put him right next to you.
That's perfect. Thank you.
Man, I need
Yep.
an animal companion or something.
Yeah, me too.
No, you don't. This party's got enough of a zoo going on.
I know it's a freaking
I need like
menagerie.
a holy parrot.
What are you talking about? We got a bird, we got a cat, and we got a dragon.
A rat.
And a rat. But mostly I'm impressed with the dragon.
Yeah,
Oh, wait.
like
I'm sorry. What was that you said?
For the third time now, dragon.
And one for good luck.
I'm not hearing the sound if you're playing something.
I hate you, Mike.
21 last.
21. All right. So Otto turned to the north, but when he got to about here, to the south, his scent ability allowed him to smell a couple of people. Now he couldn't place them. They weren't next to him or anything, but down through this doorway, he could smell. The vibe you get is there is at least 2 humans down there.
He can move
Somewhere.
another 40 feet. So can I move him from there then?
So he'll stop and kind of turn around and start kind of doing this.
Yeah.
Yeah, this he can smell somebody there.
Okay.
Smell what the rock is
The smells are back. At least a couple of people, and you might actually just give me another perception check, an auto check, an auto perception. 24. All right, he sees a guy right here standing in the center of what looks to be a circle of some sort of small pillars.
Okay, he's gonna not take his full action. He'll back out and
Okay.
telling me.
Okay.
So
He also smells another. Well, I don't think he would see him, but he certainly smells another guy pretty close.
okay, so I'm gonna tell Gato. You guys have these women down here. I can't see what's going on, so I'm going to trust you got that in hand. So I'm going to tell Gato and Ilindar that there's 2 more humanoid types,
At least
down here.
maybe 3, because the one he sees is
Mhm.
out of smell range.
Okay, so he smells 2 and he sees a 3rd. So we've got at least 3.
And they're not moving.
They're just standing over there.
Okay.
It's not
If you
clear.
say that, Eleanor will say good because we need to get out of here. So I'll tell him I can use my earth elementals to kind of be our back line as we're retreating.
We could set fire to the corpses. That ought to take them a while.
Ooh, that's an awfully gross and good idea, though.
Hey, I haven't looted all the corpses yet.
Iomade is listening.
Okay, so
Well, we would
Otto
do that
can-
anyway, just for these evil creatures. We want them to burn their bodies.
Otto can jump back and come back to me with his last 40 feet.
Okay, so he's still got so he's just like kind of romps around down there, smells
Yeah.
around, spots some things, and then moves back. Okay.
Yep.
All right. You moved, right?
I did make a move, yeah.
What do your air elementals do?
They will.
Much as I'd like you to forget them.
I know I'm going to bounce their little fists off their little heads again. I'm going to try miss and miss.
Yeah, 2 misses. So are you going to move that other elemental like 5 feet up so it's close enough? Because otherwise it's here. You have to. This one has to move up. The other one can hit away, but that one needs to fly up there.
Okay, we're good.
But yeah, 2 misses. All right, flash hearts.
All right. So I'm stepping. What's it going to take to step over the barrier or anything?
It would
that's
be
her hands.
essentially double your movement.
Well,
How
it'll be
make
fine.
heads
So,
or tails of these pictures down here?
He's so tall, though. He basically just steps right over it, doesn't he?
It's still technically
yeah.
difficult terrain. He has to do it, so he will have to. He can't
There you
take a
go.
5-foot step over it.
okay. Well, I moved 10 feet. That's half my thing. So 3 attacks. One attack. One attack. Right.
One
sorry,
attack.
One attack.
One attack.
Yeah. 15 attacks.
Who are you gonna hit in yellow or blue?
Yellow.
Okay.
I don't know why I rolled twice, but
Ooh,
first
25
one.
will hit though. That's a hit.
Yeah.
That's probably gonna bury her. 10 hit points.
I
Probably-
take exception to being hit by magic missiles.
Well, she's not the one who hit you with magic missiles last round
Well,
anyway.
yeah. Should have parlayed while you had the chance, witch.
Give it to me. Give me that damage roll.
Oh, sorry. You're waiting on me. I was like,
Yeah.
show
Yeah.
me, dead witch.
We're all waiting on you,
You gotta-
Flash Heart.
You gotta roll the damage, man. You can't just like roll it. Yeah, okay. 15. Yeah, she's dead. That's a dead witch.
Yeah.
She goes down in a pile of radiance-induced blood.
Honest to goodness, from the time I swung to the time you told me to roll damage, I was off like, Steve Zissou, that's a good movie. I should watch that again. Out there.
I've been waiting for the hotel.
Oh, Matt.
What was that Wes Anderson? The hotel
the-
one?
The
Grand
old
Budapest Hotel.
The Grand Budapest Hotel. What a great movie that is.
It was
I haven't seen that
fantastic,
one.
wasn't it? I love that one.
Yeah.
I saw the dead may die, or the dead can't die, or whatever that was.
How was that?
It's interesting. It's Wes Anderson zombies, so there's a lot of random
Dry
talking,
humor.
and yeah, Tom
was-
Waits is great in it.
What was the Wes Anderson movie where it was the with the scouts and the and
Kingdom of the Twilight.
Moonrise Kingdom?
There we go. Moonrise Kingdom.
That's another great movie too. I love
I
that
haven't seen
movie.
that either.
And Marla hates it, and I don't know why. She can't really articulate why she hates it. So it's just one of those things that I have.
She
to watch.
starts frothing at the mouth, and her eyes roll back.
Yeah, she's just like, get this movie out. Out. Her head spins around. All right, so you get in there, you slay one of them. It's the other one's turn. So one of these is going to go away. The other one is going to move 10 feet. So it keeps moving forward as the wind keeps blowing it towards you. You're staying one step ahead of it, though. But it's almost to the front door. But what it does do is it opens up the doorway between the room where everybody else is in and the room that you're in. Sort of that entryway where the portcullis was, and people can get in there now. It is blowing towards the front door. So your estimate is that the wind wall is going to blow it out the front door at some point, at which point it'll probably dissipate. But in the meantime, step back.
Step
and
up.
another step up, and
Step up.
another. She doesn't have to do a concentration check if she didn't get hit. Or
Didn't move back far enough to get out of his reach because he's got 10
I'll be right back.
Well, don't go away, Matt. You got to do your step up.
he's gonna do
Oh,
the
wait, okay.
attack, but she's gonna do the
You
magic
thought I was
missile.
gone. I'm still here.
move Flash Heart up. You got to be right on her.
Yeah. Oh
No, you got
yeah.
Reed.
Get away.
Nine points of med. She hits you with more magic missiles. Now she's starting to look frightened because you keep moving up on her, and you do get an attack of opportunity.
My turn.
Step up. What a load
Oh
of
wait,
crap.
roll. There you go. Ding.
Oh, that's a hit. Her
All
AC
right.
23.
Got to tell you to do it.
18
Excellent.
points of radiance damage. She's still alive, but that cut a big chunk off of her. She's extremely unhappy with you and, frankly, with the entire situation. Bardos.
Oh, wait, 9 points off me, right? I didn't do that yet.
Nine, yeah, you get 9.
Uh,
or take 9. Bardos of space.
Hey, Bardos, as a free action, you hear Fletcher say, "Take the enlarger off of me."
Oh, okay. I will do that.
I'll be right back.
And
So
then
we
I'm
have the
going to
same.
move my 30, 10, 20. I think I'll move to here.
I know Jennifer loves when I do dishes while playing.
So you
I'm
can
gonna have Baru move in on the other side of that barrier so he can
Okay.
see what's going on. Make sure the Flash Heart's all right.
He's wounded, certainly. He's been hit by, I think, a grand total of 12 magic missiles in the last 3 rounds. So he's has a few nicks and cuts, but he's still standing.
All right, baby.
Okay, I'm done.
That's it for you. All right, Ilindar.
Okay.
Now you're probably going to have to spend if what you said.
No,
was
I'm grabbing
accurate,
the easy stuff. I'm not taking armor off or anything big. It's just.
So you're not going to. You're just like quick search and then you're done. A 6-second search.
Yes, I'm just grabbing quick stuff.
Okay.
So they got like a pouch that got potions in. That's gonna be a quick. Just rip that thing off. But
Got it. Okay.
I'm not taking off armor. I'm not taking
Okay.
You're
got
detecting
clothes
magic,
or anything
right?
that are magical. Yeah, I'm not doing any of that.
Detecting magic. I mean, the armor might be powerful.
Yeah. Which things did come up? Magical.
So are you talking about for both of them?
No, I already did her, but for
Okay.
him,
For him. All right.
nothing's got magic going. So it's anyone I look at right now.
So hold on a second. Okay. There's a wand and an amulet.
Okay, that's really easy to grab real quick.
Yeah.
So for this turn, I'm going to tell the Earth Elemental that's with us to guard the last person that's on its way out of this party.
Okay.
So whoever's last to come out, stay just right behind them, so to protect them. I'm going to move up. Let's see, 1, 2, 4, 5, 6. So I'm going to right next to Fletcher.
Okay. You're right at the front of the door there. You just kind of basically go, do an end
Yeah,
around.
and kind of grab Erebeth's arm and say, "Okay, come with me."
Okay. And the Crusaders follow along as well.
Yes.
Okay.
The
And so
elemental-
Gatto, you and Farina are obviously being abandoned to your fates.
There's one more elemental up here somewhere.
Yeah, he's up. He's right here. Yeah, there he is. So you
Oh, that's
and you
the one
told
that's
him to.
coming back.
You
There
told
was one that
him
was moving forward. Where'd he go?
he's behind Jerebeth.
Oh, is he? Okay, so
Below.
He's
Lothar is
underneath.
sort of flying low.
Yeah, he's underneath me.
I'm having him move up to right there,
Where? Show me.
just south of where I am now.
Okay. Did you move him? All right, great.
Yep.
Okay. Fletcher, you're up. You are now normal sized. You're standing in the doorway. Ilindar has joined you, and an elemental has sort of come past you. What do you do now?
Double move to
Matt, you got
here.
your speaker on or something? No, he's not.
Then that's my turn.
Are you going around?
Sorry
the
about
cloud?
that.
It's okay.
Around the cloud and over the barrier as difficult terrain, I can do a double move to there.
That was a Klondike bar.
Where are you? Oh, there you are. Okay. All right, so you have to you go around double move. That gets you to there. Okay. All right. Gatto, you're being abandoned by your comrades, except for Farina, who has waited there patiently for you.
Pagano jumps over the fence,
Okay.
lands here.
Yep.
And says, "Come on, Rockface, you heard him. Follow me out of here."
All right.
And then I get to here.
You go all the way through the door. Remember, there's a wall there.
The door is here. I came around the door and then went to the side to allow other people to come through the door.
Okay.
I look
Cool.
at Otto and say, "Did he just call me Rockface?"
Stuck into the elevator.
No, it was this guy.
That's awesome.
Oh no!
Xanthir told this guy to follow the last person.
And then, we cut. So we have a cut scene where the camera goes to Farina. Did he just call me Rockface? And then the classic Farina frown as the bow comes up, an arrow comes out of the thing.
I was going to say, as soon as she says that, the Earth Elemental, for some reason, answers in common. Yes, I think you did.
Believe he did. That dude called you a rockface. I would be insulted.
How rude.
How rude. All right, Lothar's turn. So you got there's one more person, so we can't really drop out of initiative yet. But Lothar, you're up. Now you're flying.
Okay, so I'm going to move here.
Okay.
Bring the bird with me.
Okay.
And then from this position, 30 feet.
Okay.
Should hit both of them.
Okay.
Not this person, but if it's necessary, I'll exclude them.
No, I have it on my DM scene. Are you doing a burst?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. So I have your burst circle on my thing. So yeah, your judgment, your
Wow.
your distance call was excellent. Whoa! Look at that, max burst.
So
Oh.
Maximum burst.
It's not a max burst, but it's got some max rolls in there.
It's a damn good burst.
So that's a really good burst, though.
That's a solid burst.
So Flashheart, Fletcher, Gatto.
Everybody. I mean, anybody. Let me. I'm
With
looking
the
to see if there's-
exception of
Fletcher's at 100% now. He's good.
with the exception of Farina and Otto,
Yeah.
everybody else gets that.
everybody else is inside the circle.
That's
Is Matt here? Matt's not here, is he? So he doesn't even know. Oh, well.
Not here. I'm here. Thank you. Oh, damn it. I have a.
You should be at full strength now, dude.
Yeah, you got 30 points of healing, dude.
That's not a thank you. That's a praise Amadei.
Praise Amadei. Let's see. It's not quite. That's not quite full strength. That's still a little under, but much closer.
Okay. Farina.
Free moves. Otto hangs with me.
Okay. So you're moving down there as well?
Yep.
All right. Sounds good. All right. Here it comes. Flashheart. The witch in front of you has 16 hit points.
The healing energies. She seemed me full of magic missiles. My wounds start to heal right in front of her eyes.
Oh yeah, she gets it. I mean, she can hear the priest of Erastil calling out to the gods of nature to heal his friends. Yeah, she's right in front of you. You could get a full attack.
I'm gonna get a full attack.
She has 16 hit points.
Have you made peace, witch?
I'll see you in hell, Paladin. I'll see you in the abyss.
Not that one.
Maybe I
one.
will see you in the abyss.
Oh,
Oh no, 2 misses!
the third one.
Oh man, look at that.
Wait, one more.
Why do you get 3 flash heart?
2 normal. Oh,
3 misses. 3 misses. She laughs. She laughs in your face. Your gods have no power here, you big paladin turd.
Oh, I have my air elementals. Could I have the air elementals take a swing?
It's not your turn.
I missed it. Yeah, it's okay. I moved. I didn't take them. It's okay. I did.
I think they pump. Didn't they pummel her in the face and miss?
That's not. Yeah, that's not fair. If you want to bring them down and take a crack at her, go ahead.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. No, so this one's going to have to move. So single attacks all around. But
I just need to try a roll.
Two misses.
Yep.
Nothing. So she's going to take a 5-foot step back.
Step up.
She fell into my trap. That's what I was waiting for.
Step up. I hate you.
Here we go.
All right.
You ready?
So she was not injured, so she is casting Dimension Door. So she is leaving. And 20 will
Got a hit?
miss. No, that's a miss.
Go.
Boom. Gone.
Really, Paladin? 4 open attacks? What are you, me?
Terrible.
I think you were distracted by her beauty.
Okay.
It was really the Klondike bar I'm munching down.
Was a
Right,
little
so-
odd. So I realized that was her hands out in front of her.
Yeah, she had large tracts of land.
Yeah. First time I was like, holy crap. I was like, oh, those are her hands.
All right, you guys, you guys drop out of initiative at this point. I'm going to get another drink. Think about what you're going to do next.
All right, we're so out of here.
Yeah.
I do think setting fire to these bodies is a good idea, just to keep them from being raised as undead, if there's any undead creatures out here, or undead razor creatures out here. But
Then what do you think, like a half day's travel into the desert and camp?
Yep.
I don't even think we need a half day.
Might as well. We got the time. It's not like we're going to do anything.
Yeah, I say we get out somewhere either defensible or just somewhere far enough away.
Yeah, he's not going to follow us. Well, he's probably going to.
I mean, he'll probably send that little thing that he keeps sending after us, that big honker.
Well, he sent, how many constructs did he send over? 3 so far?
We've dispatched 3 of them, and one of them, the body is still in there. That I wouldn't mind burning that body.
Yeah, let's burn that one for sure.
That's not a bad idea. This Xanthir Vang probably could raise undead. I mean, we might, if we burn him, at least we don't have to worry about that.
Yeah, and if Les makes good on his threat that he's got a elite fighting force waiting to in the wings to who knows what he's got in that pile of dudes.
Although I don't have any way to start. Anybody has that? I don't.
I have got the old-fashioned way. I got lots of oil on me. My paladin kit has 3 oil flasks and 2 holy waters.
I hope you forget
So
that.
you guys are going to take the time to pile bodies up and light them on fire?
We don't need to pile them, we'll just burn.
Pile them.
No,
We'll pile the
right
bodies.
here.
We don't have to be organized about it.
Yeah, just
How you light them up?
Okay,
I have
as
3
these guys are getting ready to light him up, though, I've got detect magic going. I'm scanning all the dead bodies on the ground. And since I know Gato will do it, I'm pointing him to items saying, grab his great ring, grab his weapon, grab his whatever.
All right, I will get back to you with that. You've already gotten a lot of the dead Templars. You've already looted them.
Did we?
Yeah,
Yeah.
there are several. 1, 2, 3.
I don't, dude. We haven't seen any of that, though.
There wasn't much on them, but Les did send an email.
I
It
did.
was totally empty.
So
That's hilarious, Gordon.
there's a couple of adepts which I will get to you guys.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just doing a quick scan at that.
So you guys moving fast, or I mean, how? You guys are
We're not scared running away, we're just getting out of here.
Yeah.
okay.
So once we get out of here, we're
go like a half a day, and then I can do a major illusion to kind of disguise where we hide this trapdoor. At least that'll make it harder to find.
Yeah.
And let's I have 3 flasks of oil, so I will pour at least 1 full flask of oil on the construct that's inside here, and then where we've piled most of the bodies that have been, I guess, I won't consider it looting, removed of their dangerous belongings. I will light them up as well. You know, any sort of like loose fabrics that are laying around, curtains, cloth. What about those weird spider things?
The brain crabs.
Yeah.
Yeah. This whole thing should be burned to the ground. Yeah.
I mean,
wish I had the ability.
you've only got like 3 things of oil.
Right. Well, I'm just thinking they had Webb's nest way up on that. Who knows what's up in there? I don't want to know.
I wouldn't worry about the crab things. Like I said, he's
Yeah.
pulling these construct things out, so in case this is something that he can fix, I'd
Yeah,
burn
agreed.
that. Everything else I wouldn't worry about.
All right. Well, let's just burn this construct. I will save one flask. Well, I will set fire to the other bodies, and then isn't there one more construct outside?
Yeah.
Yeah, I will burn that one too.
Let me check for sure. No, he when you guys killed him, he went back, I think. Let me double check. Yeah,
this is the only one that's actually stayed there once we killed them.
Yep.
That's why I want this thing destroyed.
Okay.
Les,
Yeah.
when we do finally leave and start, marching away, I'm going to be last and obscure our tracks.
Okay. All right, sounds good. So you light up these oils. Doesn't take very long. The fire gets burning merrily. You burn the construct, and then you throw the couple other ones onto the pile of bodies that you've already built. There's still a lot of bodies, kind of like kicking around. But
two caltrops out there, Les.
Throw a few caltrops.
Right.
This black, oily smoke starts pouring through here, and you're like, get out! And you guys find yourselves outside. Outside of the fortress, I mean, at some point, smoke starts pouring out of the, of the top of the door, and outside. There's no one out there, and so you guys are able, if you wish, to kind of go around. You know how it's like a hook shape to get in there, so you kind of go around the hook and back out the way you came. Now, as you go through, I mean, Ilindar, you would remember that I think it was you who sent
I sent Earth Elemental.
Right. So that Earth Elemental,
I'm going to make sure I mark. I'm going to mark close to where that is.
Okay.
It's up to the left, right?
Just stack a few stones up there or whatever, but I'm going to make sure it's.
I'll just leave that there. I'll leave it there. Yeah, you just make a mark or something like that.
And then we're leaving.
Okay. All right. So you guys, I'm assuming you guys just like truck out onto the mesa. You're down in a valley right now.
Would Farina have an ability to try to spot the other secret door that they're popping out of that we can spike closed?
Sure. I mean, maybe.
I don't think any of the rest of us probably have that ability. Maybe Gatto.
Just a perception.
Yeah, it's just a perception check, isn't it?
Okay, I'll make a perception check.
Give it to me. Well, no. Well, yeah. I mean, it is kind of a. Yeah, give me a perception check. You guys like roll by there.
I am a day.
Everybody?
Sure, why not?
What do you want to do?
Perception to try and find to see if there's a secret door there.
I already know there's a secret door there.
Oh.
Who rolled the 36?
She's got an insane perception.
Gotta be Farina.
Yeah.
I mean, it's hard to tell because you guys are
Mike.
It's hard to tell because you guys are hustling through there. But Farina, you and Ilindar and Gatto are all pretty sure that place that Ilindar points out, that's where the elemental died. There's some sort of concealed or secret door there. There's just something. I mean, you can't see the outlines of it because you don't stop and look, but or try and investigate unless you guys want to try and investigate.
Can we barrow? Like, can we drop a circle of good or spike it, or I guess if
I mark it somehow, like stones or something.
Okay.
Yeah, you just mark in the sand, I guess.
Okay, so we're just marking that it's there. We're not marking it that we're trying to like collapse it in and keep whatever's in there in, right?
It'd be nice to disable it so they don't have that.
I agree.
We don't have that time.
Yeah, we don't have time. Let's go on.
Well, doing so might provoke a response too.
Right. I don't want to provoke any more responses.
Yeah, I'm all responsed out.
I've had enough responses for one day.
All right, so you guys get up to the top of the mesa. It's about what did we say, about 500 yards up into the top of the mesa, because the thing. So you guys are up on the ground, and this thing you had to kind of go down into a canyon, and then the doorway was in the canyon. So the temple itself is inside the mesa, inside the ground. It's underground. So you guys get back up to the top, and look back, and you don't think that there's anybody following you. You didn't see any people. Certainly no Templars or anything like that. You're just back outside. It's the sun is starting to beat down. You're in the dryness of the Worldwound area. It's almost weirdly as if it didn't happen. because it's quiet out here. You don't see any creatures. You're just sort of standing around looking. You looking at each other, going, "Did that just happen?" But yeah, it did. A huge battle.
Yeah, I said we travel in a certain direction. We just pick a direction, go for several hours, and then we do Farina's little sleeping area or whatever that is.
Les, I'm going to cover up an illusion of the ground, basically. So, like if anything flies over,
Gato also was going to do some obscure tracks.
will
Yeah.
look like where the dirt or the rocks or whatever of the surface.
Okay, so basically you're going to add another layer of illusion on top of the camouflage nature of the Sylvan Hideaway, correct? Do I have
No,
that
I'm
correct?
talking about when we're moving away. When we're traveling, I can do this concentration as long as I want. So I'm basically going to hide our retreat, so we're invisible.
Oh,
or we
sort of
look
like
the ground.
make it look like the ground, so sort of like almost like you guys are underneath an illusionary dome kind of
Well,
thing that
we're
moves
underneath
with
the-
you.
We're underneath the ground, basically. Yeah, is what it would look.
Yeah, it would look like the ground. Okay, all right, that's pretty good. Yeah, you guys are able to travel for like 3 hours, and you see nothing. Around after 3 hours, you get pretty far away, and then everybody give me a perception check.
You've got good perception checks.
Like. Farina got that.
41?
41.
Holy shit
Insane.
snacks.
Whatever it is,
Extra
we
effects
saw
on.
it.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah.
So Farina sees it first, obviously, but everybody, which is pretty much everybody, who rolled over 25. Fletcher doesn't see it, and Bardos doesn't see it, but you see Farina sort of looking out because Bardos is concentrating, but you see Farina kind of like look. She points up in the sky, and the rest of you sort of like turn and look, and without saying anything, you see some sort of creature flying in the distance. It's kind of like flying towards you. It's kind of going back and forth. And then when it gets closer, you recognize that it's a rock.
Ah, goddamn rock.
And it is flying overhead, kind of like, and you can tell that it's searching for something. And it's just flying back and forth in these sort of like long curves, but it passes right over you, and you're pretty sure the illusion worked. Because it passes over you and goes off in the distance behind you, but yeah, it was a rock looking for you.
I hate rocks.
We should do this all the time, traveling under the cloak of.
Yeah, it just means it basically takes Bardos out of any sort of activities other than walking and concentrating.
Okay.
I don't know. Does Bardos feel fatigue? Or is he immune to that?
Which probably nobody would notice anyway.
Yeah, I was
so.
gonna say.
Also, I'm saying what I was thinking is that like if you were to use this for like 8 hours of concentrating on maintaining this illusion, that would be pretty debilitating to a normal person.
Unless you're something like
Bardos
dead. Oh, wait.
is obviously not a normal person.
Yeah.
I just don't know if I can't remember if he feels fatigue or not. I think he does, but I'm not sure. But yeah, you guys get pretty far away. There doesn't seem to be any chase or anything like that.
So let's drop this door in some outcropping or something, and
We're playing a game right now. Okay.
It's not a game. It's a way of life.
Sorry, Jennifer got a call from her dad, so it dropped our internet connection.
Oh, okay.
Dad, you're messing up my D&D game.
playing with my friends. Come on,
Come
gosh.
on. All right, so yeah, you guys. There doesn't seem to be any pursuit. You guys avoided the. Obviously, the rock was taken in by the illusion, and went on its way. It's obviously though that it was searching for something. Now, maybe not you guys, because it came from a different direction. It didn't come from the same direction as that you guys were coming. It was almost from an opposite direction that it overflew you, like it was heading towards the temple as opposed to away from it. And you didn't see any rocks inside there, and frankly, you weren't sure if a rock could get in there. But
We'll just add it to the pile.
yeah, so but yeah, you guys seem okay, and you can build your Sylvan hideaway and maintain the illusion. And I know that Bardos doesn't need to rest, so he can continue to maintain the illusion if he should so desire.
I mean, once we set up shop, it's got an illusion on it already, right? So we.
It's camouflage, yeah. So it would
Camouflage.
be, yeah, it would have to be somebody pretty close would have to find it. You guys have gone out into the Worldwound like 6 hours. So
Random
yeah,
direction.
yeah, random direction.
I've
So
covered
I mean,
our tracks.
Bartos, you still suspect that Xanthir Vang can scry you, but I mean, you haven't gotten any indication that he is. Not that you would necessarily.
And you may not be able to in this extra dimensional space.
Yeah, probably not.
Well, I think we determined that he would not be able to scry you into the extra dimensional space.
Right.
So once we get there, we plot that thing down and all hop in.
Right. So even if he's scrying us now, it's not such a pinpoint area that he's going to say, oh, it's this 5-foot area.
Right. From his point of view, it would just be like random ass Worldwound kind of area.
Right.
Rocks is rock, and we've been camouflaged as rocks forever. So yeah.
And he certainly wouldn't be able to scry you constantly during a 6-hour trip.
Right.
All right. You feel pretty safe. So you pop down in there, and you're like, oh god, that was a heck of a day.
Like half the party is just covered in blood from the whirlwind elementals, right? They're just completely covered in blood.
Yeah, there was a fair amount of that. I mean, you guys cut your way through a couple of platoons of Templars, adepts, Minotaurs.
Basilisks.
I mean, you guys are basilisks. You guys are covered in blood and gore. I mean, it was just like such a hard fought slog. You know, the brain crabs. It was, and I'll count up all the dead, and I'll send out a thing. I'll send out loot later, and I'll send out a list of the dead. But yeah, I mean, as frontal assaults go, that was a tough one. So what do you guys do now?
So after we get settled in and we're resting a little bit and everything, I kind of tell everyone that one of the rooms I stumbled across while we were doing this was a two of the mad users went in this room. I followed them. They were gone by the time I got there. But it was kind of like a magical forging, crafting room. There was a large forge there that seemed to be heated magically. There was no real fuel to it, but it was hot. There were lots of weapons there that were that seemed like they might have been magical. Lots of material there that could have been used for crafting magical things. And I did find one rather, it was really well preserved all by itself, so I thought it might be important, so I brought it with me. I reach into my little...
Give me a monkey's paw. I could tell it's a monkey's paw.
I reach in my little knapsack, and it's a bundle just wrapped with a bunch of silk rags. I start unfolding them, take them out, and it's a vial with I think a gold liquid in it or something like that. That I give to Ilindar to check.
Okay. I will say thank you, and then I will say, hey, Bardo.
Oh, one other thing. I really don't feel like myself. If anyone can do some sort of restoration on me, it'd be great.
Pretty much a lost level.
Okay.
Yes.
We got a couple people that do that, don't we?
All right, I'll be right back. You guys think about this. I'll pee.
Riley's bowl. Look at your fancy crochet.
Do I have that yet? I don't know if I have restoration yet. I think it's
Restoration for a paladin is 4th level. It's 4th level for a cleric or a paladin.
okay. Let's wait. 4th level spell.
Yeah,
I don't think I can cast a 4th level spell.
He
probably can't yet.
Yeah.
Maybe Chuck needs to memorize one of those.
Yeah, I think Lothar's your only hope.
Hey, can we talk about the area that had the protection against good area where they had the
That temple area?
yeah. How do we get past that? If I was Xanthir Vang, that's what I'd
Desecrate
do.
it.
Yeah.
But how do we get in there to desecrate it? Was it keeping us out?
Got to make a save.
I'm here to kill. What's his name? If we don't have to go past that, I don't want to.
I feel like I have to.
I don't think he's a priest.
Temple.
There, I gotta do something.
You bull rush through it, and you take a lot of damage. You take more
All right.
damage if you're opposite it, less damage if you're kind of in between.
I'm definitely opposite of it.
Oh, we know that.
Is there any way to mask the damage, or no? Just got to take it and get healed.
Certain
Make-
spells
make
will
your
mask
save.
your alignment.
Make your save.
Yeah, I'm due one, right?
I can make an illusion that makes you look like you're not hurt.
That's helpful.
You might fall for it.
I don't need to heal him. He looks fine.
Hey, Les, you're back.
Can we
Right?
keep- Can we send the elementals in to
back.
pummel it, because they're neutral, right? They're true neutral.
Yep.
But like that one there, I thought had magical issues too. And
I thought so too.
on my
Hey, Les.
Yep.
Just point of clarification: the
Mhm.
the area where the Baphometian statue was, or whatever, there.
Yes.
It definitely was going to hurt anybody good crossing the line. But did
Absolutely
it have magic
was.
protection? Did it have magical protection as well, or was it just?
Not so much protection, more like an unhallow or a reverse sanctuary kind of thing. I can go back and figure it out. Hold on a second.
I'm just saying, it feels like on Flashheart's to-do list would be desecrate that and bring it down.
Well, the problem was getting close to it. I mean, you saw
Right.
saw the you saw the statue of Baphomet. What happened? What the deal was is that it radiated a certain amount of evil magic. That it was sort of like a temple. So hold on, let me get here. This would be area Q9. Be right there. Hold on a second.
Hey, Les,
All
in Barlow's approximation, would Xanthir Vang be a priest type or a magician type? He was a magic user, wasn't he?
In your opinion, he would be a magic user of some sort.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah, he would not have been a priest. And more than anything, I mean, you got the impression that he was more than anything, he was a scientist. But definitely a magic user. He did not give a priest vibe. In fact, if anything, in the time you were with him, whenever he would talk about the Baphometians, for example, and their devotion to their god and that kind of stuff, there was a sense that he was scoffing a little bit, like, ugh, they're so pedestrian, that kind of thing.
He's just using the cleric space, but he's not really into it, pretty much.
Well, yeah, I mean, even from the legends that you've heard, he's always been, there's always been. He was always like Aurilu Luresh or Baphometian's daughter's favorite, but he wasn't. He was part of the crew, but he wasn't of the crew. You know what I mean? And there was always, and at least initially, there was this discussion about the idea that he and the Baphometians didn't get along so well, and that they sort of grated against the idea of him being their leader. But because their leaders said he's their leader now, they towed the line. But it was an uneasy alliance.
Does anybody get the feeling that Xanthir Vang is? We went back and visited Shane's old character. That's what he'd be like in a couple decades.
I like
Maggots crawling his face, swinging the Morrowind.
No, we know what how Vafog ended up.
Well, we know how you ended up now. Skip ahead 2 more decades. Let's see if he's got maggots on his face.
Well, he died. We talked about him in the Council of Thieves and War of the Queens.
I don't think I realized he died. Okay.
He died of shall we say, unnatural causes, but it wasn't in combat. It was basically the changes from his aberrant bloodline eventually killed him. The changes wrought on his body by his bloodline eventually killed him, because he chose aberrant. He was essentially Aboleth bloodline, and so he was a weirdo from the start.
Yeah.
So you're saying he didn't complete his quest within a year?
No.
Well, no, he lived for several decades as the Lord High Mayor of West Crown.
West Crown, yeah.
For several decades. But he had grown. With each passing year, his body kept undergoing the changes, and eventually just became too much for his body to handle.
Right.
Yeah. And I just became more and more Peter Lorre like, right?
Well, you read yours, right? You read your end story. You eventually found the Ghoul Master.
That's right.
And what happened after that? Nobody knows.
And then
That's going to be the next buddy cop movie.
Well, I always assume the Ghoul Master, since it's not a name, it's more of a title. So I always assume that it's like the Dread Pirate Roberts, right?
Only be one.
The Ghoul Master is like the head necromancer until some other necromancer joins him, and then he teaches him how to be the Ghoul Master, and then the old Ghoul Master sort of goes on his way and retires.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm the assistant Ghoul Master now.
You're the assistant Ghoul Master. But yeah, so to answer your question, Gordon, the vibe that you got was powerful magic user, probably some mythic powers, very much of a scholarly and scientific bent. I mean, the reason that he bought you from the Shadow Demon, essentially, was that because he was interested in you personally from the point of view of your race, and he wanted to conduct, and he did conduct experiments upon you. Because you were this sort of rare bird that fell into his lap, and he was willing to provide the Shadow Demon a new body for that, as the price, so that he could have you.
And he was not necromantic, right? His style
There was wasn't no. Actually, you know what?
Engineer.
Give me a knowledge arcana check real quick.
Hi, Dale.
Who's Dale? Oh, the dog?
Nonstop.
Dale the dog.
31.
Hey, there's a big pooper.
Oh, happy puppy.
What a good dogger.
Oh,
Dale is a good dog. So Dale's a. So I always love when we go over to Don's and Libby brings. So Libby has a couple of corgis, and they're obviously herding dogs. And Dale is a bit of a mutt, but also has some herding instinct into him, right? So what's fun is when those three knuckleheads get together and they start trying to herd each other, and it's like a big circle of dogs herding each other and barking. And it's funny, if you get up and try to go to the bathroom, all the dogs will stop what they're doing and start moving you away from the bathroom and that kind of stuff. It's like, don't go in there. So did you roll? Did you?
31, Mus.
31.
31. Okay, yeah. So you did not get a necromantic vibe off of this guy. The maggot thing at first was very disconcerting, but it wasn't an undead vibe. You didn't get an undead vibe from this guy, even though the legend has it that he died 3 decades ago.
Yeah. So he's probably some kind of demon, right? Or
I mean, you don't know. You know that
he's more like a mountain from Game of Thrones.
Well, the mountain was very much undead, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
I got a zombie vibe off of him.
Okay.
But so you never got an undead vibe off of Xanthir. It was more of something weirder and differenter. But it wasn't necessarily demon either. He was originally human, and humans don't necessarily metamorphose into demons, but Xanthir, you do know, is responsible is the guy who's responsible for figuring out how to distill Nihydrian crystals into Nihydrian serum, which if you drink turns you into, it either kills you
or turns you into something nasty.
It turns you into some sort of, it provides you power. And so what you think he's been working on is he's been working on behalf of the Baphometians to sort of figure out this process in a better way. Now, you've come across, in Dresden, you came across some of these creatures that had obviously been subjected to some experiments. The Chimera, for example, had, when you cut it open, you could see that it had these small Nihydrian crystals scattered throughout its flesh. So you feel like that this process of taking Nihydrian crystals and converting them into this serum is becoming more refined. right? They're working on it. They want to make it better. They want to get rid of the idea of like it either kills you or doesn't, or however they did it before. If like, you know, they put the nihydrian crystals in a cannon or something and shoot them at you and hope for the best. That they're refining this process. They're getting better at it.
Right. The potion was gold, right, Don? It's not going to be the hydrogen crystals are bluish, I thought.
The potion itself is sort of a greenish gold color. Yeah.
Does it resemble the crystals at all? In any?
I mean, not really. But I mean, you're not an alchemist, so I mean, you don't. I mean,
Is it magical or is it?
it's definitely magical. You detect magic on it?
Yeah,
It practically throws you on your ass. The amount of magic coming out of this potion.
I'll pass that on. This is some potent crap.
Yeah, and it's primarily so it's a mix. So if you take the time to sort of like and get the schools, it's overwhelmingly transformative magic, but there are elements of evocation and necromancy in it.
This is above my pay grade. Bardos.
It radiates magic like an atomic bomb radiates radiation.
Okay.
It's a beast.
Another arcane, but I don't have a good enough roll.
So, and I think, you know, Gatto would tell you that that he found this. I mean, would you tell him where you found it and how and under what conditions you found it?
I found it in this large room that's used for what looks like crafting different materials. There were several weapons in here that looked like they may have been magical. The forge was magical.
Yeah, if you want, if you're comfortable
also
with it, I can read the thing for it.
And the chest, well, the chest that this was in was very well padded, very well protected.
And it was one of several.
And then it was wrapped in silk. The other ones were empty, though.
They had silk. They just didn't have potions.
Silk, but there were no potions.
Correct.
This is the only potion that was in any of the chests.
I sure hope Xanthir Vang can't track this.
Well, again, you're on a different plane. You're in an extra dimensional space. So and scrying does not transcend that.
And I'm going to drink it before we leave this space. So
right. Okay.
Great.
Hey Les, while we're in downtime, we don't do this right now, but we will be identifying whatever magic that we've looted.
Okay.
We can do that in emails between now and 2 weeks from now.
Yeah, absolutely.
But we're doing that as well. I'm just letting.
I'll just assume that you guys take you're taking 10s, you're taking 20s because you got the time. I'll just send you a list.
Okay. That's part of what we're going to be doing while we're in here. Now, the other thing that I want to bring up is we've got two warriors and a princess with us.
Correct. And so on one hand, the princess seems to be in decent health. She doesn't seem to have been tortured. And she'll tell you that Xanthir was trying to get her to do certain things. So on some occasions, if you ask her, she'll tell the story. She's like, in some cases, so she's Xanthir, and she would, she shudders when she talks about him. But he would come to her and he would say, "I want you to drink this potion," or I want you to perform this ritual. And she always refused.
Oh, daylight drug.
Right, or whatever, you don't know. But he was always very polite to her. And he was, but he was, and he tried to get her to do all these things. And, when she refused, he would try to like convince her and that kind of stuff. But she would never do it. And that seemed to her, and the way she'll explain it is that seemed to her part of what he was trying to accomplish. Like, what she'll tell you is the impression that she got was that whatever it is that he was trying to do had to be sort of voluntary. So it was like she got a lot of arguments and that kind of stuff, and that kind of thing to try and convince her to do it, to accept it, to either drink the potion or do the ritual or whatever, like sort of voluntarily, which she would never do. And so that after an hour or hour, yeah, it was like, so he tried to do it, and once it became clear that she was not going to do it, he would go away, and then he would come back with some sort of different idea. The Crusaders' stories are very different. They had never seen Xanthir. they saw Templars who put them in the cages, and then they saw the brain guys, the brain crabs, and then periodic. So they will tell you there was like a half dozen, 6 or 8 of those guys in those various cells that one by one, the brain crabs would come in, choose one, drag them off. They would hear him screaming, and then no more screaming. But then when the door was open, you could sort of see in, and you could see these vivisection guys, blood everywhere, the brains out on the thing. They knew what they were in for. So these Crusader dudes, they are not psychologically well.
Do any of them recognize this potion that Gatto found?
No, none of them. And Jerabeth will say the same thing, that she'd never seen this before. Jerabeth would say that Xanthir tried to get her to drink potions on a couple of occasions, but none of them looked like that.
Can I do a craft alchemy check and see if I recognize any of the attributes of it?
Sure.
I smell or...
Well, the cork is sealed. So here's the thing. It is sealed up. So your alchemy check is going to be, unless you want to open it up, it's limited to just observing it, shaking it, that kind of thing.
Yeah, well, I do that.
All right. So you could open it up if you wanted to.
No.
Take a taste, something like that.
I don't think now's the time.
Okay.
No.
So 23. That was your roll.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah, I'll cook up Gatto with special soup.
It does radiate a shitload of magic. It is obviously, to your eyes, it is obviously a potion or a distillation of some kind that is highly magical. And at least in your experience, a lot of these things have variable effects, right? Once you surpass a certain level of potion making, and this definitely surpasses your level of potion making. Whoever distilled this was an absolute. You recognize it as like an absolute expert, an expert alchemist. Would have been required to make
the Severus Snape.
It would have been a Snape operation.
Snape, yeah.
You know. I mean, at least from the lore that you come from an alchemistry scene, but there's various kinds of schools of alchemy. You come from an elvish point of view and a natural point of view. In your mind, you do know that potion. You know that you would think that potions of this nature and this power would have variable effects depending on the imbiber. But that's based on what you know about these things, and not necessarily, what the maker. And you got to assume that Xanthir Vang made this, because he would be likely the most powerful mage in the place. But it's actually quite to your eyes, it's quite a beautiful liquid. It's this gray gold color. The bottle that it's in is this very cut glass crystal bottle, very expensive. You imagine the bottle itself probably costs somewhere in the neighborhood of 200 gold pieces.
It might be something worth, if we get in a bad spot negotiating with. I mean, it's probably valuable to him.
I mean, he made it, so you can probably make it again.
Could have been a huge 3-year-long process, though.
Yeah,
I don't know.
true.
As far as our guests we've got,
Mm-hmm.
and this is I'm talking to the party. My thought is,
I'm gonna get a drink.
I've already done the math. We're about an 8-hour flight of storm to get these guys to the hex where Citadel Drazen is. So my thought is, in the morning, first thing, how long does this shelter last?
18 hours.
Okay, so it's going to be gone first thing in the morning. We can send Storm off with the 2 guys and her, and she can fly back to, like I said, she can get them to there. And then what happens is she'll just let me know she's there. I can dismiss her and then spend a minute to pull her right back to where we're at. But that will get them to safety.
You talking about a Ruchelet?
No.
Oh, Storm.
But that would leave us with 4 hours without her again.
Would leave us 8 hours without her.
Well, 4 to walk back to it and 4 in the dungeon.
You're about 6 hours away from the fortress right now.
Mike, you're not a priest, so you just need 8 hours of rest, right? So you're going to get this a lot quicker than.
I can't get her back until the next day.
I mean, we could always stay in this hideaway for 2 days.
It specifically says that, yeah, if you ever lose your Eidolon, it doesn't say after 8 hours of rest you can get the Eidolon back. It says the next day.
That could be what? Just
20.
So 24 hours then?
24 hours, I would think.
So it's going to be about the same time as
So it's going to be first thing tomorrow morning because that's kind of what happened first. So, yeah.
Come on, I think if there's anything that the fight inside of the Ivory Labyrinth proved, is that you don't need Storm. You should just let her go and and
Fletcher for one really wants Storm there.
I don't know. She probably wants to just go and do dragony stuff.
Yeah.
It's her thing, man.
Her thing.
You don't need her. Come on, you're a drow mage. You can pull this shit off.
So yeah, we could if we're 6 hours away from this thing.
Yeah, you're 6 hours away.
We could send her and then wait 2 hours and then start heading that direction.
Yep.
If we get into a bind, we can get. I mean, especially if it's toward the end, I'll just tell Storm, drop them to the ground, point them the direction they need to go, and then within a minute, I can have her back to us.
All right.
Wait, what?
Should she get low to the ground before she does that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll be clear with that. Nope, just drop them. See ya.
Wait, do dragons like to fly low to the ground?
No.
Starting to like this.
I like that. So that will get, like I said, those three to safety, and then we don't have to worry about keeping them safe. And then we can go in and.
Oh, so you're thinking about having Storm fly them back to Dresden?
Yes.
Yeah.
Dresden's pretty far away.
Yeah, I already did the math.
But it only needs to be a
It's
one-way
about an
trip.
8-hour flight for her.
Oh, you did the math. Okay, so it's an 8-hour flight?
Yep.
Sounds like a long flight. Catching bugs in your mouth.
Let's have a look there.
I think that's equivalent to like 8 hours on a Harley.
That's wrong. Hold on a second. That's not what I wanted.
That's not the. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, that's
Here we go. All right.
Can Storm
So,
carry 3 people now?
huh?
What's that?
Can Storm carry 3 people now?
She's
Two of them.
pretty big.
Two of them can easily set that. She's got a saddle on her that can carry 2 people. The third one, probably the princess, will just have to stay between them, or
Snuggle up a little bit.
yeah.
Hold on. All right. So yeah, you guys are here.
Yeah.
So you're talking about how much did we say the hexes are 12 miles?
12
so
miles.
yeah, I mean, if it's an 8-hour flight and then what you like teleport her back?
Basically, I dismiss her, and then
Okay.
it takes me 1 minute to conjure her back up. But she always comes to when you conjure her up. They use some of them to you,
Okay. Oh right. Okay. So she fly. Yeah. I mean,
and as long as we're in the same plane, she can communicate with me. So she'll just say, "Hey, I've dropped them off. I'm here."
I've dropped them
yeah.
And I dropped them.
like you asked.
I dropped them like you asked. I could have sworn you would have had me land instead of being.
One of them tried to hang on, but I shook it.
We're trying really hard.
Whatever happened to those Crusaders? I don't know.
Told me to fly towards Dresden and then just drop them.
Yeah, can you imagine the other Crusaders are hanging around Dresden and all of a sudden, yeah, splat, splat. It's like message for you, sir. It's from the heroes of Dresden.
There you go. Oh.
Looks like Bill and Frank.
Oh my God, Bill Frank!
Looks like a pancake version of Bill and Frank.
That was the other guys on the wall are like, that was a hell of a bounce. It was like 20 feet. All right, yeah. So I mean, if you can get there in time, I think that's a workable plan, and it allows you guys to get even more, sort of healing in place.
Gives you 2 more hours to set up your traps too.
Yeah. Wait, what traps?
Clear the bodies.
So I'm hearing there'll be a 7th session in this dungeon.
Well, I mean, you guys don't have to go back. You've escaped.
We're going back.
No.
And we're going to kill what's his name.
No.
Either kill him or die trying.
Okay.
Can we get some experience points before we go back?
That'd be nice.
Yeah, can we get to 12?
We will
Yeah,
arrest him, so yeah.
I could probably make that happen.
Yeah.
We probably on each level like 3 times after that.
Bardos has been 8th level for like 6 months now, a year. I don't know. It's been forever.
And he's going to stay that way, I have a feeling.
He's going to stay there.
No, I'll do XP. I'll do identifies on all the loot. I will get there.
Identify that potion as much as we can.
Okay, yeah, I will.
We're not going to open it.
You sure? Maybe a little sip,
No.
a little taste.
No.
Well, tell you what you do is you put it in a
I
mug,
tell Gatto no.
pour it in a mug, and like pass it around so
No.
everybody gets a taste. I think that's probably the way to go.
Oh, yeah, Gatto first.
Are those crystals inherently evil, Les?
I'm sorry?
Are the crystals inherently evil, or are they just being used for evil purposes?
The crystals are inherently evil.
Just for things you're drinking, as we're all stuck in the house, we're cleaning out closets, and Ken and I came across a case of wine that we made ourselves back in 2006, and then some other mixed bottles from almost 20 years ago. So we started trying to drink them last night, and after the first bottle, I wrote down that poison control number for our 8-year-old just in case his parents succumbed to the poisoned wine.
God.
So it was pretty horrible.
What has the pandemic done to us? You're drinking wine from 2006 that you made yourself? Just drinking wine you made yourself is bad enough.
Oh, well, in 2006, it seems like the most romantic thing to do.
Yeah.
Doing up our own wine.
Family that drinks homemade wine together dies together.
Like, oh, this is that Bordeaux we made.
Hey, Les, remember that time you tried to make wine in your high school locker?
Yes, I do.
That was pretty crap.
It was absolute. We used if I recall correctly, we used bread yeast.
Yes,
and grape juice. We used grape juice and bread yeast, and we fermented
and
it
a
in my
over the top.
and a balloon over the top. We fermented in my locker at high school, and we actually, how much of that did we drink? Maybe a glass apiece before we decided that.
Oh, not even like a shot each.
We would prefer to die, I think was the.
Yeah. I didn't realize when we made this in 2006 that I think we didn't invest the extra money to buy the preservatives that you need to put in it to keep it for the bottles for a long period of time.
I do remember one of the first nights that I ever got drunk was at Dan's house. And Dan had his parents went away for like one night, so of course he had a big party at his house. And if I recall correctly, and Dan can correct me if I'm wrong, your brother, who was of age at that point, bought us like 4 of the big round jugs of like Ernest and Julio Gallo wine.
Oh my God!
But we were such wusses that we needed to buy a case of 7-Up, and we were making purple Jesuses out of that wine, and we were drinking those because straight wine was too much for us.
Yes.
So I remember getting absolutely what I recognize now as being absolutely hammered on Ernie and Julie, and it was just what a shit show that was. I just remember that whole party just careened out of control.
And we had leftover bottles of the E&J, and I hid it in the attic of my house. And my dad found it.
Yes, your dad found it. Well, that was
He's
like
like,
when
you jackass, this is going to explode in the wind. You can't do this.
Well, remember when the one night I had the same incident, and the one night I had that party over at my house, and I spent 3 hours cleaning that place up because my parents were coming home bright and early the next morning, and it had to be spotless, and it was. The house was spotless. You would never have known there was a party there. It was a pretty rocking party, and my old man the next day about 1 o'clock in the afternoon calls me in the room. And he's like, "Do you have anything you want to tell me?" And I'm like, I'm pretty sure no, Dad. Everything's just A-okay around here. What do you mean? And
I love when I start that way.
my old man had a big aquarium. And I look over, he points to the aquarium, and I look over the aquarium, and some jackass had sunk a Miller Lite bottle into the aquarium. Like sitting in the aquarium, like an empty, just sitting there in the rocks. And I'm just like, oh.
I'm so dead.
He actually, of all the things that he was a bastard about, he was actually a good sport about that, because he was like, okay, this is pretty funny. But and it didn't hurt his fish apparently, so it wasn't a full.
He's like, seriously, this is how you're gonna get caught?
Oh my God, we were just like, and it's so all three of my brothers were in on it, and or two of my brothers and me, and it was so we all got busted and we all got grounded, and it was a whole ordeal. But that's how he caught us, was because some jackass had sunk an empty Miller Lite bottle into my fucking old man's aquarium. And we missed it on the cleanup.
So if
there's a crack in your mother's egg.
How'd you miss a beer bottle in the aquarium?
Who's going to look in the aquarium?
Aquarium, yeah.
I wouldn't
We
look.
didn't even think about looking in the aquarium. We were busy cleaning up all the barf.
You failed your
Really
perception
might have
check.
been set up. That sounds like a setup move.
When my
It does sound like a setup move.
my senior year of high school, my one of my father's friends is the road manager for Jimmy Buffett, and every time Jimmy Buffett comes to town, he was sponsored by Corona back then. And I would the cases of Corona be left at our house, but my parents are like pretty controlled their liquor tightly. So one by one, I stole bottles of beer over like a 3-month period, and I didn't have anywhere to put them, so I kept throwing them on top of the garage roof. So they're just out there in the sun, but they don't have labels, right? They're just painted on, rain, sun. So anyway, I take like 24 bottles to this last night of senior camp out, and pass those warm bad boys around.
Oh, it had been sitting out in clear bottles.
I would like to point out, to this day, I still do not drink beer.
Oh God!
Oh wow!
Those must have sucked.
Oh man, I traded for worse stuff. I drank Mickey's Wide Mouth and those Keystone Lights and
Heilemann products, man. I grew up on Old Style. I know that the degeneracy that those produce. And so Jennifer, I suppose you did. I think you did too.
No, my uncle still soaks himself in it every night. Cases of old. He buys cases and cases of Old Style. It's so
I went to Chicago on business about a month ago, and I had an extra. I was overnight, so I reached out to a friend of mine, and he and I met for a couple of drinks at a bar.
Is that Brad?
Brad Nealon, yeah. So Brad and I got together, and we went to this like strip mall bar that he knew, and they had Old Style, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna have an Old Style just for time's sake. It was about what you'd expect.
Old Style.
Yeah.
They sell it here now. Did you know that?
Do they really? It's probably
you can find it around here.
Cheap as dirt.
Yeah. Now it's the currency of our country.
Yeah, no kidding.
You pay for toilet paper with Old Style.
So I sent an email. So Don, you'll appreciate this. I sent an email to Randall's to see if they were going to be if they're doing car side delivery because I'm on my last handle of Makers, and I'm starting to get nervous. Drank all the wine. I'm out of vermouth. It's a shit show over here.
Let me know what their answer is.
All right, I will.
Yeah, he's going to be looking for TPK soon if he doesn't get some booze up in here.
All right, so before we bail, we're about 10:45. Before we terminate, are there any other things? I'm gonna get you guys XP. I'm gonna do the identifies. I'll get you a loot list. I'll get you a body count. Is there anything else that you guys want? So are you gonna send the prisoners, the Crusaders and Jerabeth back on Storm?
Yes.
Yeah. The doomed.
We also need to
There's frogs flying around all over the place. Yeah, no, send them by.
We need restorations for anybody who lost a level.
That was
I think that was
Only Gatto.
only Gatto got leveled. He
And
got enervated, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was hard. So
we there's a one dimension door witch out there too. We can keep an eye out for.
Come on.
Well, there's probably more than one. So, I mean, if you guys remember, sort of like, so Otto sort of like
Come on.
went into the room, smelled several people, saw one. The description that Lothar gives for Rena matches the location, Lothar, of the guy you hit. So you will put that together as you guys talk about this thing, as you guys are post-mortaring this, post-mortaring.
Post-mortarboarding?
You know what I mean. Hold on. I'm going to get somebody else to say it. Hold on a second.
We're not going back to an empty temple.
So, yeah, post-mortem-ing it, Lothar, you would get the impression that the guy in the circle of pillars that Otto saw is probably the guy that you hit with the arrow, because it's in the to your mind, it's in the same location.
Right.
But that was not all the guys that Otto sort of detected. So Otto's scent ability detected at least two other what Otto would describe as humans.
Yeah.
So there was at least 3 dudes over in that part of the thing. Now, what happens? I mean, you guys are going to be a couple, like at least a day and a half, maybe more, before you go back. And you lit fire to at least some of the bodies. You don't know. I mean, frankly, you just don't know what's in there. And you don't know what they're going to do to bring to bear.
You know, Xanthir Vang's going to be coming back from a 3-day trip where we're like, what the hell is happening here?
Xanthir's like, hey, I left you guys in charge.
Okay.
I told you no parties.
Why is there a Miller Lite bottle in my aquarium?
In my aquarium.
So are there any other, I mean, can you guys scry? Bardos, especially, I'm asking you.
No, I can't.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Can anybody else scry?
I can if I have a crystal ball.
I might be able to if I go up a level, maybe.
Is that a euphemism?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. What about those of you? So I guess this is directed at Chuck. Do you have any divination spells or guidance or anything like that you can ask Erastil for guidance or ask questions?
Well, yeah, I have the ability to memorize any priest spell, any cleric spell.
Gotcha.
It's just a matter of during sunrise praying for spells, et cetera, et cetera.
Okay. Well, you'll have the time. I mean, you guys are going to be in this hole for probably the next 36 hours while everything gets done. Do you want to do that?
Well, my understanding is at dawn is when I get to ask for spells, right?
Correct. Yeah.
So are we going to be in this hole after that? And I'm sorry, my computer froze, so I've been gone for like the past 10 minutes. If there's stuff I missed.
Miss anything.
Okay.
You missed a lot of good
aquarium with a beer bottle in it.
So
I caught the aquarium with the beer bottle in it.
Okay. So as part of this, so I'll tell you what, and I've done this on other occasions. For the next, so I'm going to assume, Lothar, that you connect with Erastil, and Erastil knows your name. And so for between now and the end of the session, I will answer any yes or no question that you guys pose to me.
Okay.
Just one.
So
no, any question for as long as for the next 9 minutes.
Les, have you, in this time of indoorsiness, have you thought about growing mutton chops?
Yes.
That's not one of the questions for Erastil.
But I'll answer it nonetheless.
So
I think you look amazing.
I'll let the rest of the party know that I have a temporary conduit. So if there are questions that they want answers to, we should ask them.
All right. Let me fill up my drink before I start saying yes or no. Hold on.
So
yes or no answers only.
Okay.
What do we need to know?
Should I drink this potion?
Silver. or whatever his name is.
Right, go.
Okay, so the Gato, in typical Gato nature.
Yep.
His question was, should he drink that potion?
No.
That potion,
As
is the
if I
potion made of nihydro crystals?
as if I needed a divine judgment to tell me that.
I have a follow-up question.
I'm sorry. So Bartos asked a question. I missed it. What was that?
Is
Was
the
the potion-
potion made of Nihydrian crystals?
Yes.
I have
Any
a
of the
follow-up
gear-
question.
Go ahead.
Really?
My
Yes.
follow-up question is really.
Yes.
If I drink the potion, will I kill all the party members or just some of them?
Yes or no questions only.
Yes or no questions only.
That's bad tape. I'll ask again later.
Okay, if I drink the potion, will I kill Illendar? Will I kill Fletcher? Will I kill Lothar?
Okay, so yes, no question. Does Xanthir Vang know where we're at?
No.
Are any of the gear we pulled out of the hideout cursed? Yeah,
No.
Is
No.
it possible to kill Xanthir Vang?
Yes.
It's
Do
impossible.
we have
for
the
us.
ability? Yeah, there we go.
That was a good question, Matt. We've been down that path before.
Yes,
That was a
thinking about the
Dan
talking
question.
sword.
I was just using my
Oh,
map.
that, Dan? That was a good question.
Are there more than 10 combatants left in that citadel?
Yes.
Are there more than 20?
No.
How about tomorrow? Will there be more than 20?
No.
Are any of them attractive?
No.
No.
My
Unless
golden
you're into
melody
worm
here.
dudes.
Would blocking the tunnel give us an advantage? Is that how he's moving his people in?
No. Well, so that's two questions. So the first question was, will blocking the tunnel give you an advantage? The answer is no. Is that how he's moving his people back and forth from outside, which I'm assuming that's what you meant?
Yeah.
Yes.
Would it be of tactical advantage to go in through the secret door instead of the front door?
Real and woe.
No.
Yeah.
Okay.
Tactical
You're
advantage?
absolutely-
No.
Okay. Does he have more of those construct creatures?
Yes.
Dang it. Does he have more than two?
Hmm.
No.
So he's got one or two.
Two. One is enough.
I'm sorry, what was the question?
Brutal.
Does he have more than one?
Yes.
So he's got two. Dang it, I hate
Yes.
those freaking things.
They're awful.
They're freaking
How do we
tough.
how do we kill that last one?
That's another yes or no
Burned
question.
That's
it?
not
We
that's no
burned it,
question.
we stabbed it.
Fletcher killed it.
I was going to say, I think
Farina,
First-
Fletcher knocked it down to nothing, and then Farina killed it. With
we unleashed a Fletcher on it.
First you stab him, then you tattoo him, then you hang him, and then you kill him.
And if you're very, very lucky, in that order.
I say we let him go. All right. You still got me for 5 minutes.
Yep.
Are all of the refugees innocents?
No.
What?
I asked if all of the refugees are innocents, and he said no. So you and that little chippy you seem to have a crush on
Mm-hmm.
might not be what she
I
seems.
don't have a crush on her.
As I have said numerous
Under penalty
times,
of death. And does
never
not-
trust a beautiful woman, especially if they're interested in you.
Hey, what do you mean by that?
Exactly what I said.
Are you saying that I have tropes in my DMing? Is that what you're saying?
Okay.
Tropes, you've
No.
got absolute
is-
freaking standards. If they're female and redheaded, they're evil.
Oh my God, redheaded is always evil.
That's what I'm saying.
Les, what do you got against redheads, dude?
Yeah.
She's not a redhead.
Les is still working stuff out.
What
Yeah.
color?
What's the redhead thing?
Well, Dan, you should, of all people,
I was
you
about
should
to
know.
say, as the redhead that
You
was a
should
friend of
know.
yours in high school, what
No,
did I
no,
do to you?
You remember my first girlfriend, don't you?
Hey,
My
no,
friend-
you can talk about this in 3 minutes.
All right, we're going to talk about it
Yeah.
later.
Hey,
So,
so
is the princess an enemy?
okay, you took too long. Is the princess dangerous?
Yes.
Is she planning on attacking us or killing us or harming us?
No.
Is she dangerous to him?
Who's him?
Him, you,
Xanthir.
Xanthir.
Xanthir Vang.
No.
Bug guy.
Is she the keymaster?
No.
Should she drink the potion?
Should she drink potion?
No.
Drink a potion.
Huh?
That's a good
Did she
question.
drink a potion from Xanthir Vang?
No.
Is she who she says she is?
No.
Ooh.
So is she dangerous to us?
No.
Is she behind
Well,
us?
I mean, so that's a that you
If we're gonna attack her, yes, she would be
rephrase the
very-
question. Yeah, rephrase that question.
Rephrase the question. How?
Does
Is
she
she,
make us harm?
You said if she is she dangerous to us?
is she a danger to us?
No.
Does she mean us harm?
No.
We're not defining us.
Would she sleep with me?
Okay, wait a minute.
No.
Okay, wait a minute. Hang on. I said earlier that Xanthir got put in charge of a bunch of people, and they all hate him.
Does she intend on betraying us?
No.
Does she want Xanthir Vang dead?
No.
Mm.
Will she stop us from killing Xanthir Vang?
No.
Oh my gosh.
Who is this woman? What would her motivation be then?
She's
This is
neutral.
interesting.
Is she evil?
Yes.
There we go.
I checked.
Paladin, handle that.
Paladin handle that.
Does-
She's already left.
does-
Let's
Are the
unpause
other
it.
two
We checked
survivors
him.
evil?
I'm sorry?
Are the other two survivors evil?
No.
I'm pretty positive we checked her for that.
Yes.
Mm.
So she got around your detect evil?
Yes.
Holy
Jesus.
crap.
Did Xanthir know she's evil?
Yes.
Is she Xanthir?
No.
Do her people know she's evil?
Rephrase that.
Who are her people?
Her family that she's
Do
going
the
back-
elves know she's evil?
She's not who she says she is. We know that.
Yes, she is, right.
So do the elves know she's evil? No.
Is she a magic user? Is she human?
No.
Is she elven?
Wait. Is she a
Human?
magic user? No. Is
Human.
she human? No.
Elven?
No.
Is she a demon?
Yes.
Will she harm? Will she harm Storm?
No.
Will she harm anyone in Castle Dresden?
Well, here's the thing. She can't get there. They've got that thing that keeps demons from getting within like 10 miles.
No.
What?
No.
But if she can hide her alignment,
If she can hide her alignment, she can get through.
So the question. So Don's question was, will she harm anybody in Castle Dresden? I needed. It's the wrong question. I can't answer that.
yeah, I know.
Initial answer would be no.
Will she harm Arushale?
But if she's discovered,
Yes.
Okay.
What did you ask?
Arushale.
If she'd harm
Well,
Arushale.
Well, now wait. So there's a difference. So I'm gonna parse this a little bit. Will she harm Arushale? I don't know. Would she harm Arushale? Yes.
If they came in contact with each other, yeah.
So
So I'm
Illendar.
I'm telling Storm stuff, and Storm's going to be gone for an extra little bit.
He's like, I already dropped her off. She flew away.
Oh no, we're doing this. We're doing this before. They're not going to get there till the middle of the day next day. So
That's why
Yeah, I thought
part
we
of
were
us
still-
was behind us.
All right. Yeah. So she's en route with
So-
the Crusaders right now.
Yeah.
So we'll deal with that in a minute. You guys still have a couple of minutes of. I guess we're. Yeah. If you guys want to continue, go ahead.
Can't believe she won't sleep with me.
Really? Because
I'm
that's the
sorry?
least hard to believe thing ever.
Is there anything else besides the White Labyrinth we want to know about here?
Is there a trap? Is there a trap?
No, I'm kidding. I don't know.
Is there any? Is there a significant trap that could harm us in our on our way to capture him?
Yes.
Is
that
it?
trap in the temple?
Yes.
Is it physical?
Yes.
Can it be disarmed?
No. Well,
Could be
yes. I mean, theoretically, yes. However, the likelihood of you guys being able, I'm extrapolating here, and so pardon me for the non-yes or no. The likelihood of you guys being able to
Identify it or find it?
disable. Well, no, you'll identify it. Being
before
able
it goes off.
to disable it is unlikely. Highly unlikely.
Is there information in this citadel that will help us find the city of the dead where we need to get Yesker, whatever the hell his name was, his soul from?
Yes.
Okay.
Is there anything else we need?
We need to empty this place.
Yeah, so we still need information out of this place
Yes.
to go save Yesker's soul and bring him back and all of that.
Is Xanthir Vang usually hang out in the north side of the compound?
No.
West side.
Yes.
Okay.
Does Xanthir Vang hang out in the red circle that Otto saw with the posts?
No.
Does Xanthir Vang have a weakness?
Yes.
Is it a weakness toward a weakness for fire,
No.
electricity?
No.
Towards an element at all?
No.
Does he have a big roulette wheel that he circles around with people pinned to it?
Yes. No, I know.
Is it bug spray? Is his weakness?
No, no.
Is Xanthir Vang still human?
No.
Is he a demon?
No.
Is he an outsider?
No.
Is he a swarm?
No.
That made him stop a second, though.
No.
Is he a
Not
magical
if-
beast?
No.
Can he regenerate?
One moment.
Technically, we all can, just at different speeds.
Yes. Yes, he can. I had to look.
That's a good question.
Can he bleed to death?
Yes.
Okay.
Does he swim?
No.
Is Gato evil?
Yes.
It is evil, that son of a bitch.
Draw radiance.
No. Well, I'd have to look, but I don't think.
I'm not evil. I'm not evil.
And frankly,
See what Gato would say.
you're a bit put off by the fact that they're asking these questions.
No, I'm not. I expect it from him.
He just
Can't
plays
believe that
over
they're
it.
asking if the half elf is evil, but the drow gets a pass. You know, that kind of.
He's got this. He's got the the unholy Goldschlager. He's like about to pour into his mouth. They're like, what?
Keep going. I'll keep answering as long as you guys keep asking questions.
Opportunist.
Is he afraid of? Is he afraid of one of our party members more than another?
No.
Does he have resistance to magic?
Yes.
Can he teleport?
Yes.
Does he have a resistance to charisma?
Oh God.
Yes.
Oh, all right.
It's
I'm out
made
of
of
ideas,
maggots,
guys.
dude. I mean, you know.
That's not as strong.
What's his weakness?
Does he have swarm traits?
No.
We'll kill maggots.
Is he weak to good?
I'm sorry?
Is he weak to good? Goodness. Fully.
No.
Okay.
What else
About
is he?
singing.
How about cold iron?
No.
How about silver?
No.
No water.
I asked
Nope.
that.
Yes.
Adamantine.
No.
Bug spray.
Maybe.
How about chaos? How
No.
about law?
Potentially, yes.
So, how about sound?
Yes.
Is he a divine spellcaster?
No.
Is there another entrance to this place that we have not found?
No.
Was Les's high school girlfriend the influence for all his evil NPCs?
No. I don't know. She's got a almost non-Googleable name too. So, because I've tried.
Almost Googleable.
Non-Googleable.
Non-Googleable.
All right. We had a question. Are we out of questions?
We're now in 10 minutes when we're all laying down.
One last one. Really?
Yes.
Awesome. That was nice.
All right. Well, we learned a lot tonight, didn't we?
Yeah.
All right. So, so Mike, let me know what.
Actually, just stay on for a second after this.
All right. But I have to pee. So.
Are we gonna? Can we get EXP?
Yeah. Well, I haven't got it yet, but I will send it out tonight
Okay.
or tomorrow morning for sure.
Whichever, before the next day game at least.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
All right. Night, everybody.
Is it
Night,
C?
everybody.
Les, is it C next week?
I'm sorry. It's
It's B.
no, it's B next week.
All right.
We're in a new month.
That's right.
All right, Mike, I'll be right back.
Yep.
All right. Bye, guys.